Heck.
That's weird.
OBS. Hi guys. I guess we're back. I don't know. OBS just like froze on me and then had to restart it, and then it was muted when I came back. So I think it's working. Sorry guys. Hey, welcome back. I don't know when you stopped hearing us. So basically, quick recap. Anais hearing some screaming in the path forward, and some perception checks. You guys hear a man calling out in kind of desperation. Sounds like he's being injured or attacked, growling, and a woman pleading out for help on this right pathway. I had the players roll initiative, and let's go ahead and jump to our battle cam. Hey, it's actually taking the right one for now. Cool. And let me see if I can resize this so you guys. Perfect. And
Anir is here.
is he? What?
It's in the turn order.
Oh, okay. I was like, excuse me.
Get him out of here.
We don't need him. All right, perfect.
He is far away.
Let's go ahead. Sorry for being off my game because that was weird. But let's go get some battle music. If I can find it. Battle music.
Come on, battle.
So my roll 20 is not loading at all, so I might have to look at the screen. And if you could just move my token for me, thank you.
Yeah, no worries, that works. We can work around that. It shouldn't be too bad. That's better. All right. You guys come around the corner. You can now see a male trying to fight off and kind of push back kind of another person who's on the ground as this creature, this jaguar wolf sort of beast is standing over him, growling with two tails up there. And what you all notice is that there seems to be this shadow blur effect, and it's hard to kind of keep on him, as almost he's putting up one hand and is, you know, looking to guard here, but an attack's coming to his shoulder. This guy's having a hard time defending against whatever this thing is. You guys, based on your perception checks as well, I'd say, sorry Zach, everybody but Zach can clearly tell this seems to be some sort of corrupted monster as well. But let me get back to my version of Roll 20. That was weird. Let's get some initiatives going. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's Zachary. We got Mika. We got Kahu. We got Nai. We're getting Anir out of here. We got the thing, which everyone probably already knows what it is. We got the people. Alright. Cool. Zachary, what'd you roll?
17.
Shap it. Mekai.
20.
20. Good job, Mekai. Kahu.
10.
10. Solid. Anais.
22.
22. Goodness gracious.
You're feeling 22.
I got a 7. And
I have this on my
Roy's
head now.
got another 7.
Yeah, me too.
They'll go.
Every time.
All right. So, Anais, your quick reactions, as well as your perception and ears, kind of spark up as you hear this. What are you doing as you see them now in front of you, as you guys kind of race ahead on your horses to this?
So it's attacking someone?
Yes. Just based on your perceptions earlier and your passive, you can see this shadow creature standing over what looks like maybe a traveler or some sort of merchant who is on the ground, and it seems like a small carriage is turned over, and another person is trapped under the carriage. I'll put a little mark here. This person is currently trapped under the carriage. This guy is standing in front of them, trying to guard him, and then this is the woman screaming for help.
Okay. Yeah, so I do not hesitate. If you could move me just a little closer, like so I'm within, I can get a clear shot at this thing.
How far away would you like to be? You are currently 50 feet.
You can just move me like 10 or 15 feet forward, so I could just get a better range.
Let me know if
You're better
I'm
shot.
at the wrong screen myself. I was trying to move the player one. Let me know if you want to move, but I'll put you like here.
Okay. It's lagged, so I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh yeah, we're good. That's fine.
Cool.
And then I will take a shot because of Dread Ambusher. I get 2 attacks for my first round.
Yeah.
Cleric Ranger.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark on this thing too as a bonus action.
Okay. Second time this week our streams have Hunter's Mark on it.
I got a nat 1 though for the first one.
Oh, for your attack?
My first attack, yeah.
Okay.
Very anticlimactic.
I'm not gonna be mean. The arrow crashes as are you using your bow, right?
Yeah.
Anais takes out her bow, which is a glaive that now bends into a bow, pulling back on it. An electric string and arrow show up, and as it releases, flies through, missing this displacer. And remember, I will let you know now, these are currently at disadvantage on the roll, so that one, either way. But it
Why
misses.
Is it disadvantage?
Because it seems like this creature has this corrupted shadowness going on, a blur effect, of course.
Gotcha.
I'm DMing hints because I feel like everyone here probably knows what this is. But the arrow crashes into the cart and kind of shatters off some of the wood above it. But the echo thunder wave crashes around and echoing, reverberating off all the rocks around you.
Okay. My second attack, I got an 11.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage, yeah. I would have hit it with a normal.
Something just feels off, and as you kind of like jumping and forward, your momentum again try and shoot, and this time it hits the ground at the this creature's feet as it just turns to you and starts growling.
Yeah, that's fine. She's almost trying to make so much noise anyway to get it to come after
Sure.
us anyway. So
I'm sorry, you said
so
13,
that's my turn.
correct? Right? Or 11?
I got 11,
11,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Math.
That's my spectacular new turn that I just did.
Hey,
Yay me.
it could be something. We'll see.
Level up!
Level up!
Woo! Level 7! Alright, so Anais, that is your turn. If I get to my thing. Meikai, you're next with Zachary on the board.
Yes. So
also, by the way, Smitey, thank you so much for the donation. That's insane. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's absolutely insane. You do not have to donate money, but it means the world to all of us. So thank you so much. Just want to put that out there. You're like literally the second person who ever donated to this channel, so that's amazing. Thank you. But yeah, all of you feel your gold pouches heavier from the 500 gold you got last time, and the 2 missed. But Meikai, you are now up.
Okay. You said it's 50 feet?
Currently from you, yeah, about 50 feet.
Okay, well, 45 feet is my movement, but that does put me right in front of it. Or does it not?
It does.
Okay,
You said 45 feet, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That was 45.
Correct.
So I am going to strike at it and use Force Smite. I'm going to use Branding Smite.
Okay. Branding Smite's your bonus action, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. As you kind of run up, how's your chosen weapon looking like currently?
It's in its chakram. Those
Chakram,
two.
okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So first attack. Oh, that does hit. Most likely that is a 19 plus 6.
That's with disadvantage.
Oh crap. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Yep.
That's an 18?
18. As you're running up, the quickness now bounding, the chakram's in your hand. As you go to activate it, you feel that connection to the moon affinities, you close your eyes for a second, kind of sliding up and under. You can see, as it's blurring and moving, its form in the illusion as you strike through and hit it. Not only do you hit as your chosen symbol appears and glows, same with you, Anais, as you're both using your chosen symbols, you feel that tingle and connection to the affinity hit even harder. Add a d4 of radiant damage to that.
Oh, dang. Okay, so I cast. That is my bonus. So the damage. Well, let me roll damage first. Sorry. Is a d6. Oh.
While we're doing math,
so
just a reminder, thank you, CK, for supporting us with the, we have merch and stickers that I haven't talked about in a long time. You can still support them. We have, our Chosens up there with some fun stickers,
So that's 4 points of regular, 4 points of radiant with the branding smite, plus another 2 points of radiant. So that's 6 points of radiant. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And
That's the first one.
yeah. So then I'll do my second attack. Maybe if it hits, we'll see.
This is not at disadvantage, as you once
Oh.
you've hit it and striked it, the blur and illusion seem to kind of falter as it's kind of recoiling and on the defensive from your hit.
Okay.
And for the rest of you as well, the other three, you've seen her hit with the chakram. This, you've seen the glow, but there's a almost streak of white that goes through the air as she's starting to strike with the chakram and through, as all of a sudden you can see now the radiant damage glow and then kind of sink in deeper. It's like very anime, where it's almost like striking through the air, and it's a visible attack.
15 plus 6, 21.
21 to hit?
Yeah.
Of course, you know Meikai's gonna kill it. Meikai hits. Not kill the beast, but like killing it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
What are words?
That's
What are words?
5. Is that D4 every single weapon attack?
It is.
Or is it just, oh, snap. So
You
5
feel
points
this
of
upgrade to your chakrams.
5 points of regular plus 3 points radiant.
8 points on this attack.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah,
I didn't know if it mattered.
No, I appreciate you telling me that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to matter this time. It seems that because of obviously you're chosen as well, your weapons being magical, it seems normal damage hitting for both the radiant and your slashing.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see now her hitting both attacks, kind of causing this X on its chest as the white radiant energy kind of fades and dissipates as she's kind of like standing there at the ready.
And that is it.
And you added your branding stuff? Well?
So the branding smite's only on the one.
But you added it to the first one, right?
Yeah, I added it to the first. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Smitey Smite, dude, coming in hard today. Thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. This is
Oh, thank you.
absolutely insane. Thank you so much. You are hyping up the fates and chosens tonight. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you know me. I don't ever know how to interact with that. That's crazy. Yeah, Meikai, you just feel the inspiration from those around you as they're standing there, kind of curious at who you are, but maybe seeming inspired by your chosen attacks on them. Yeah, it's basically me blushing. Yeah. Words. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, what am I doing? So that's Meikai's turn. Zachary, you are up with Kahu on board.
All right. So Zach is going to move in a little bit, get some defensiveness from the rock, I guess, to there, and then he is going to cast Bless on his 3 friends.
Nice.
No.
This is not the music I meant to post.
And after that, he's gonna kind of like lock eyes with Ananias and just be like, "I believe in you. You can do this," and give you a bardic inspiration.
A bardic inspiration on the Bardicdice channel. I like it. So you guys have the extra bless and the, and nice you have the bardic inspiration. Do anything else in your turn?
That'll be all.
Awesome. Perfect. Zachary, that is your turn. Kaho, you are up next. With, it seems, the commoners, or the merchant that's being attacked after you.
Looks like I can get there the farthest, so to there, and then that leaves me how far away? Ahu is just going to take his spear, and he is going to huck it at this thing.
Okay. Sorry, it was like over everything. I was like, oh, I really haven't moved this in a place. I don't know. All right, so you grab your spear as a bird seems to just move around above you, but go ahead and make your attack. It is that normal attack. This creature's ability doesn't seem to have returned. But yeah.
That is...
Guys, I'm really off my game right now. I'm really sorry. Smite, thank you so much. You're just coming in hot today. I appreciate it.
That is a 28 to hit.
28! Goodness gracious. Makai, you even hear the the strength of the spear kind of going past your face. The spear is your chosen weapon, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, you all see the symbol of the water affinity appearing on his head, and almost like a wave going through the air, the spear seems to be surrounded by water, and a blue streak goes with it as you strike true straight through the shoulder of this beast. You also get an extra D4 weapon damage.
All right.
Also, Makai, just for your awareness, anytime you use your chosen now, there is going to be a dim light for 20 feet that comes with the radiance when you hit. Yep.
That is it standard damage type for me with the affinity shot?
The extra is water, so it's standard, but then you get a D4 of
So it'd be cold, I guess.
Cold, yeah.
Cold damage.
Okay.
It's called water damage, Myron. I'm just kidding.
Sounds good to me.
But no, it
so
functions
that
just the
would
same.
be. Yeah. Okay.
This Hades soundtrack, by the way. Oh, moist damage.
So that's 12 points of piercing and 1 point of cold.
Nice. All right, so 13 points total added. Man.
And then I will use a bonus action. I believe I can do this to summon my spear back into my hand.
Yeah, suddenly the spear kind of hits, and that splash of water kind of crashing over him like a wave as you bonus action, and back in your hand is the spear.
And then I'm going to throw it a second time.
Okay, perfect. These are all customized, chosen weapons that seem to be almost like packed weapons for, kind of in a way, for these chosens. Each one has one.
15?
15? Does seem to hit as it tries to duck out of the way, and you're able to kind of hit it in its back torso, just as you're able to kind of barely hit this thing before it's able to get out of the way.
Another 12 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And 3 points of cold damage. So 15 total.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, this thing is starting to look a little bloodied up. You guys are kind of hitting it hard. You are adding your D4 of bless as well, I think, right?
Oh, was I
Who did you give
blessed?
bless? I forget. Sorry.
I gave it to all three of them.
Yeah.
So
So
I did not.
So just
It's
remember.
to
you
hit
have
though.
that
It's
as well.
not to damage.
Yeah, just when you hit. So I mean, you did hit both attacks. So just a reminder.
Yep.
All right. You doing anything else?
That is my movement, my bonus action, and my action. So
I
I'm
like it. All right.
done for the moment.
The horses all seem, they're neighing and kind of, a little bit perturbed, but none of them seem to have run away. They kind of seem to be holding their own. All right, so it's their go. This one, this lady is just screaming and looking at you. Please help him, help them. And she's gonna back off, kind of back here, kind of in the protection of this tree, kind of looking forward, and please. This guy is kind of just stuck underneath the carriage, is unable to do anything. And this one here is kind of prone. He's going to try and lash out. Oh man. It actually hits with his dagger. So he does some more damage as well. All right, perfect. So that's their turn. It is now this creature's turn again, as you see it kind of growling and baring its teeth at you, but all of a sudden the shadows seems to come back, emanating out from the wounds. You can just see this this thick shadow smoke that seems to coming off of all of its wounds. Meikai, with your perception as you're up close, you can see the veins are green and pulsating going through this, and in the wounds there's like as this normal blood coming out, it's almost mixed with this green energy as well. All right, it is going to take a couple attacks at you, Meikai, as you're standing right in front of it.
That's fair.
That is going to be a 22 on the first one.
Yeah.
And a 25 on the second one.
Yeah.
They're going to take... You're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning. And
Okay.
5 points of piercing on the first one. And 5 points of bludgeoning on the second one. Plus 3 more points of piercing. As it hits you, kind of with these tentacles, as it hits you first with the force damage, and then kind of rakes along with the nails as you're trying to kind of get your defense down. But it's
Ow.
yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah.
However, Ahu, you can come seeing bounding out from the tree line a second creature heading straight towards you and starts leaping to attack out at you. That is going to be a 21 for the first one. And a 16 on the second.
First one hits.
Perfect. You sir are going to take 5 points bludgeoning and 5 points piercing. So now there are 2 creatures here on the field with you guys. But that's their turn. Anais, you are up. Meikai on deck.
Maybe now I can hit something. Yeah, so I hear like Zach's encouragement, and then I just like take breath and then try to get. I want to take the one out that's in front of the people first, so I'm gonna go for the one by Meikai.
Perfect.
Just so try to finish it off. Okay, so is it at disadvantage, right?
This is at disadvantage. They seem
Yes.
to both be kind of
Okay.
shadowing and swirling in this corrupted energy.
17? Does 17 hit?
17 does seem to hit, as again you kind of reach back with the bow, the electricity, and extend it. You feel
Thank you, Zach, for blood.
surge of lightning that is a different color than the normal. It's normally, if I remember correctly, I think we said blue, right?
Like bluish purple, yeah. Mhm.
As it's going and it hits, you can also see this crackle of purple lightning kind of swirling in around the arrow as it hits even harder than you've seen it before. You can also add a d4 of lightning damage.
Sounds like my D6 from Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was definitely thinking of that art that you did with like all the purple and the blue around.
Oh,
Like
yes!
totally added that in. Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's a
It's so
prophecy.
good. you guys to show off your level 7 chosen powers.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to make sure I did the math right. I did roll kind of high, but I just want to make sure.
Trust me, hit.
No, 24 damage.
Oh, damage, okay.
Ooh.
And you are, was it the one near Makai? The one that you guys already
Yes.
hit? Okay.
Yes.
So you said 24 damage?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. All right, and that's not
He's like
using
really
your...
honed in on it. I
That's
should
not
cut
using
that.
your divinity either, right?
No,
Wow. That's insane.
but I rolled
Yeah,
max on the
nice.
D4, max on the D8, and then I rolled a 5 on the D6. So
She's really
So you don't even
bad.
need your divinity. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this one is looking super rough. All right, is that your turn? Do anything else?
yeah, that's all I'll do for now.
Okay. The Dread Ambusher is only on the first one.
Yeah.
So you get the extra attack. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Nice. That is your turn. Makai, you are up.
Yes.
As you're now seeing
Alright.
water kind of flying past you, electricity sizzling, your own chakram now glowing bright and radiant. It's a little takes you for a second. It's a firework of images.
Is it disadvantage?
Which one are you attacking? The one in front
The
of
one
you?
in front of me? Yeah.
It's at regular roll. It seems that the hit
Okay, regular.
that a nice hit seems to have stopped its kind of shadowed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then Zach gave us a thing that we get to roll to help that too. Is that what it is
You're
on
blessed. So D4 to attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Blesses gets you a D4 to attack and saving throws.
27?
I don't know. It's a little close, but yeah, I think that's gonna hit. Goodness
I don't
gracious.
think it hits.
What's your
You did it
modifier?
so good.
Did you roll a 19?
6. It's a 6 plus 6 for my
Oh, right, okay.
to hit.
And then the
yeah.
plus, yeah. Oof.
Yeah, so I'm also gonna use a key point and do an extra d6.
Nice, yeah. That I told you about
That's
yesterday that
right.
you've had for 2 levels. We won't
I
tell
just got
anybody
it.
that.
All right. Let's see.
Wow, music got slow all of a sudden.
It did.
Come on, Fates music. Messing with me tonight.
I think that should be 8 because branding smite's only the one time, so I don't get to add any
Right.
of that. So 8
So,
for the first one.
so that's 8, counting your chosen weapon plus the D4
Oh.
plus the D6.
Yeah, what was the 20? What was the chosen? It's a D4 for the chosen weapon?
D6.
Well, you get your D6 for the chakram, you get plus D4
Yes.
radiant damage, and then on top of that, you're using a key point to get another D6. radiant.
Yes. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's
Oh.
so much math involved.
Totally.
I feel
math.
like I'm my Eldritch Knight right now. I'm having like flashbacks for all these dice.
Trust
alright.
me, you're fine.
Second.
Why don't you describe how you kill
Oh.
this beast?
Well,
Again, your
I
chakram's glowing as it kind of strikes through with this glow and radiant streak of moon radiant light.
yeah. So as Anais hits, I'm just gonna go like right under her arrow
Nice.
and get it.
Perfect.
um,
Still sizzling with
yeah.
that kind of purple energy around it as you kind of cleave through its shoulder, kind of slicing open. You notice that as you kill it, your energy seems, as it falls to the ground, seems to kind of give it a slight glow, and the green energy in its veins recedes.
Woo.
And it, though it still looks alien to
Mhm.
any creature you've seen, what you notice is that the corruption seems to have been somehow dissipated with your attack.
Ooh. Okay.
You
That's
do
good
have
to
another
know.
attack, and this one is dead.
All right. I am going to go over here.
To the merchant, thank you, please, thank you.
Wait. I can't get in flanking diagonally wise, right?
Hey, Ken, why not?
Oh, I don't know. Okay,
Sure, go for
I
it.
do this to Kahu. Wait, is this just a straight roll? Because I haven't hit this one before.
it will still be advantage.
Right, but disadvantage is still
Disadvantage. Yeah, because it's still just. It's
That's
still
right.
displaced.
The double advantage.
So it's a
doesn't
wash.
go over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a wash.
Okay. Well,
My brain.
literally the same roll as last time. 27.
All right. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Jeez. Make guy calm down. Okay, and can I use, because it says anytime I make, it says on each of your turns when you target with a Kensai weapon, you can spend 1 key point. So can I use another key point? Or is it only 1 key, is there a limit on key points per turn?
As long as it doesn't say
Okay.
it takes a bonus action, you can.
As long as you have key points available.
Right.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
Yeah, you don't have infinite key points. That's another thing to remember.
Another 11. Yeah.
11 points.
Yep.
Nice.
That's all of the things.
I like how you like double it. The T on both your hit and damage.
I know, it was both 19s, and then both. Good job.
Yeah, after you
It
slice
was
that down,
fate.
it was
It was
Gates.
fate.
And as you move
Because
over
we are
to unite your
united.
attack with Kahu, yeah, you guys can just see like her quick movement as your feet slide to the stop and kind of coming up with that slash. Again, that radiant energy is now over the wound, and you can see it glowing as it's slowly dissipating. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Yeah, we're very punny here, that's for sure. Zachary, it's your go.
All right. Zach is going to kind of jump up to this rock here to get a look at the 2 down there. Do either of them look badly injured at all?
The one in the cart looks like he's taken an injury, but it doesn't look like mortal or anything at this point.
This is the guy who was yelling, who was like on the ground attacking. He's like he's injured.
He looks like his rose maybe have been scratched and just like a slight like 1 attack, but again, nothing super crucial or anything.
Okay.
You don't,
I'm just gonna look.
yeah, you don't feel an intensity in their injuries or urgency.
Okay. Well, just because. I'm gonna look over at the one who's not pinned and be like, "Go help your friend," and I'll give him a healing word with that.
Oh.
Thank you.
So that's 7 HP back to them.
Nice, perfect.
And then I'm going to raise my staff and bring it down and do a blinding light on the displacer beast that's here.
You shall not see! As you kind of hit your staff to the ground. Again, your chosen symbol appears on your forehead, and kind of like in your billowing of your robes is like the energy cast out from you. You can see just this lit of flames on this aura that kind of goes out, and the beast looks away as it tries to avoid it. It's on the con save, right?
Constitution saving throw.
As a nat 20, sir.
All right.
Actually, it just, you see these like flames kind of flicker across its forehead, but it shakes it off and kind of growls back as it seems to look away just in time.
And then I'll just be like, "We got this," to the guy on the ground. So like, help your friend, basically.
Okay, sure. They're kind of looking up at you guys like, what are they doing? Like, these magical effects that you guys are going off. All right, Zachary, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's
Perfect. All right. Kahu. Yeah, and remember, on top of like all these imagery that's going with your energy, you know that these things, that your level of magic is not typical in this world, as magic has begun to slowly wane and kind of not be typical for the common folk. But Kahu, it's your turn.
I'm going to use a bonus action to summon my spear back into my hand.
Okay.
And then I'm going to strike out at the beast before me.
Perfect. As the water like pools down and kind of goes underground and then comes up and just forms again in your hand as it comes slashing down at it.
That is a natural 20.
Nat 20!
Yay!
And with that, I will be including my fiery shackles, so it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Heck yeah.
What? That sounds so cool.
Oh, you see this spear coming down, and it's got like it's got like a rush of water and a spiral of flame surrounding the water as it's coming down onto the creature.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer.
For the first time in this game, the beast only got a 4. I think this works. As the
It does
chains
work.
wrap around all 4 of its paws and kind of hold it down into the ground.
Yeah, so it is restrained for the next minute. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Awesome. And I think it takes damage every turn too, doesn't it? Or is it just the first
Yes.
one time?
It guarantees it does damage the first time, and then it does additional damage at the beginning of each turn.
Nice.
Nice.
I
And
like
so let me roll some damage here because it's not going to be light.
Yeah, it was some of the flames that were kind of still like rushing out with Zachary's aura of blinding. As you cast that water and go down with the shackles of water, the flames kind of coalesce and join in with yours. With this move, a combo hit from the team, like Avenger style, where you guys are grabbing each other's energy.
Give me a second. It's gonna take a moment because this is some math rocking.
Beast mode activate.
We're all just so powerful now. We have to do a lot of addition.
Well, it's the
So
natural
much
20 that's
math.
causing
Yeah,
me to
natural
double
20. Yeah, and the
everything.
nat
It's
20
causing-
does also count on the chosen damage as well, so double that.
Okay.
I always like to say math isn't hard, but D&D math is.
No,
You don't
D&D
have
math
enough
is about the
figures?
only math I can do. The
Yeah.
other math is
Without crying.
And sometimes I also cry when I do D&D math, so, you know. 75% chance of crying when math is involved.
Amazing.
That's 29 points of damage.
Nice. 29 points.
Nice, that's a lot.
All right.
Dang. I love it.
And then a second strike.
Thank you for that hydrate, Ceci.
Whew.
It's 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
That does.
There's no more blur. It's restrained. You guys are flanking it. It's not looking good for this thing. It's growling and just trying to muscle out of these chains.
13 points of damage on that second strike.
13 points with the old posture check, of course, because Michael likes to sink down in his chairs. Thank you for the reminder.
Mm.
So 13 more damage.
Yep.
Nice. It is starting to look pretty bloodied at this point. All right, you doing anything else in your turn?
Nope. That'll be all. It's bonus action 2 attacks.
Awesome, sick. All right. So in this one, kind of the lady standing behind the tree, you can kind of see a simple but elegant, kind of a nicer dress, and maybe you'd find it a more tailored kind of yellow dress and a white shawl. She's got kind of like a bob brown hair kind of going on. But the merchant that kind of looks over, he's got these robes that kind of flow down in like blues and purples. He kind of nods over to Zach, and he's going to attempt to try and free his companion there. But seems to be struggling with the heaviness of this part. That's kind of like the back end is kind of sitting on this other man's leg. Doesn't seem to do anything, unfortunately. All right, it is back to this creature's turn.
Takes 2d6 fire damage.
And at the beginning, just the flames lick up around its paws and kind of start burning at its skin.
That's 7 more points of damage.
7, nice. All right, and it is going to attempt to lash out at you with its
Hit it.
with its tentacles,
Yeah.
but it'll be at disadvantage because of all the chains kind of getting in the way as it's trying to move.
Yes.
So we'll do one at Kahu, one at Mekai.
Yes.
It's definitely not a hit with a 2. That's somewhere in there. A 18 on the dice for Mekai.
That meets my AC.
Okay. You take 7 points of bludgeoning and 3 points of piercing damage. As
That's-
the you kind of try and duck down, but the tentacle catches you on your shoulder and then scrapes again with these kind of claws that all cover the tentacles thing as it rips your skin again. It's taking a couple hits out of your ropes. It's really frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are my traveling clothes, so it'll be okay.
How rude. All right, so it needs to take a strength saving throw.
Yep.
Restrain doesn't affect saving throws, does it? Does it affect
Only
strength?
Dex.
Only Dex.
It only affects Dex.
Yep.
I think it's an auto fail on Dex.
Patch 2 doesn't do anything. So the chains kind of wrap again tighter on it as they remain. All right, Anais, it's back up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and finish this thing off.
All right.
Yes.
You staying in place?
We'll see. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Is it unless you're gonna have it be like that? If it might hit
No,
him.
it
I don't know
won't.
how you like to roll that
No,
stuff.
no, no, you're good. You're fine.
Okay. No, I'm staying there then.
Well, you guys are coordinated enough at this point. It's like Hahu's kind of like scratching down against it with the spear, and like you can see over his shoulder and find that opening. You're fine.
I actually did have a question though, because you brought it up last time. Can I use my channel divinity for the weapon damage for my chosen weapon? I just assumed no for some reason all this time.
Yeah, I was going
That's
through all
another
your
silly
sheets,
assumption.
looking at your stuff, like when I was doing the
Yeah.
character sheet. I was like, how have I not seen this before? And
Yeah,
why
I
am I
thought it
giving a
didn't
D4
count.
when she can use this?
Yeah, no. Okay, good to know, good to know.
Yep.
I'm not at disadvantage, right? Because people hit him.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, it's turn
Actually,
start,
no,
but
'cause
it's
it's
restrained,
turn
so it's
started.
a straight row.
Right.
Right?
Straight
Because it's
row.
restrained, so
Correct.
that gives her advantage, and then the displacement's disadvantage, so it's just
Right, so it's a normal
Okay.
roll.
Cool. Okay,
You're fine.
sounds good. Yeah,
Not that
I
D4
got.
though.
Yeah, I got like a 29 or something.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Sure.
And for funsies, I'll channel divinity.
Yes.
Okay.
What does that look like?
Well,
Like
actually,
overkill.
yeah. Well, if I use Hunter's Mark, is that the damage to target?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's an extra 1d6, so I would assume it's the same type of damage for Hunter's Mark. If I'm using it.
What do you mean?
Does
I was
Hunter
trying
Mark
to-
give the same damage as the weapon, or does it
Yeah.
give it a different damage type?
It says you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Oh, you're asking if the hunter's mark is lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
your
so
light-
if I get to include it.
your
Yeah.
bow is lightning. So
Okay. I just wanted to make sure
Or your
it
arrow
wasn't
is.
like a different type of damage. I was cheating or something. So let's see.
it's just gonna work on everything.
So that'd be 22 damage.
So are you using the channel divinity?
Yeah.
And
Challenge.
that gives you max damage on any lightning damage, right?
Yeah. So I just put all the dice to
Awesome.
max just now.
You
That's so
guys
cool.
see as Anais, how much damage?
22.
1, 2. As you see as Anais just kind of this normally a quiet and meek elf who kind of sits in the back and has a little bit of more of a quietness, this anger and intensity on her face as the Lotha symbol on your forehead flashes with this lightning, your cat's eye kind of extending out with more kind of sparking energy as you guys all see the clouds darken in this moment. And suddenly a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes, and you feel that connection to the sky affinity at your back. The storm tempest as you take back the bow, and as the lightning hits your arrow, casting it both with this increased lightning damage and the purple, you release it. How do you want to do it?
It's a very clean kill. It's just right between the eyes. Very fast, like a bolt of lightning.
And as it hits, just this crack of as echoes as suddenly it just falls limp. The electricity still kind of like cascading through its body. The same thing you see as it goes down. all of you nearby can see that green corruption energy and that shadow seem to dissipate. And almost, again, as weird as these creatures are, it seems to kind of return to its whatever state that it's normal to. But it's dead.
Interesting.
Combat, for now, seems over. You guys do anything?
I'm going to use a bonus action to heal myself as I walk over.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can help lift this thing up off the dude.
Awesome.
I'll try to assist.
Okay. So you kind of, Meikai, you're kind of going to the other side of the cart to help push, and Kahu, you're kind of going over. And Kyle, you didn't even go giant size at all this whole fight, did you?
No.
I just realized that was awesome. Yeah, you just kind of normal, your muscles bulging. Go ahead and give me a athletics.
Yeah.
Nice is like patting
With
down
advantage
her
as well.
puffy hair.
Nice. Yeah, all your
Lightning.
hair had kind of like risen up in this like storm around you as it swirled and then kind of calmed. The darkening clouds and that kind of like wind had settled for a second.
I don't add blast to checks, right? Okay. Those really bad rolls. 14.
14? Alright, you're not able to fully get the cart off of him, but it's enough to kind of lift up. And the other guy's able to kind of pull his leg free, and they're able to kind of move out from the cart underneath. And, yeah, he seems to be free from the cart for now.
Heavy looking to make sure there's nothing else coming up on us while he's doing that.
Sure, yeah, give me a perception check.
Yeah, and Zach's just gonna kind of gather the horses over here and make sure they don't run off.
Right, okay. I like it.
28.
What are these rolls tonight, y'all? Goodness.
I'm getting like 18, 19, like a lot of that, yeah.
I keep on telling people, I'm like, look, I give my players deadly encounters like almost all the time, and they clean house with it. Like, I don't feel like it's ever a threat to them. Very rarely. So no, you guys did awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you look around, we'll go back to our page as the battle's over. You kind of look around, kind of that calming, almost intensity and just connection to the storm settling as though the leaves are now kind of calming down from the wind and the clouds are going back to its lighter gray. You don't see anything else in the area, nothing moving in the tree line except birds still flying away from the just thunder waves and activity of this fight. You can see like another horse and some people that are kind of like riding up that had heard some of the yelling and seem to be trying to help, but kind of seeing that everything's okay. They're just kind of checking in, but you know, nothing crazy.
I'm trying to like give him a wave, like we're good. We got this.
You do look over and you can see the black and white colors of their armor and wear. They look like Ravnica guards or some sort of military or militia. As they're kind of walking in and kind of like, everything okay here? Merchants kind of standing as you're kind of waving like, yes, we're fine. We were attacked, but these four, they saved us. We're okay. And the lady's kind of walking forward. She goes, she runs up to you, Meikai, and just like, thank you so much. We would have been gone without all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Are you alright?
A little shaken, but it could have been a lot worse. We're okay.
That's good.
The merchant's just turning around. He's got like kind of glasses and a short cut hair, but like just a finely trimmed beard. He's just looking at you guys and just, where did you come from? Your abilities are... And he gives a little bit of a knowing look, but then kind of like gauging the moment and the guards. And it just kind of fades off with what he's saying. But he's still just kind of
direction of Finale.
What's up?
Said we came from the direction of Finale.
Right? Yeah, exactly. All this like storm and red lightning.
Northwest.
But thank you. We're grateful that you were here. My name's Lawrence. It's a pleasure. What are your names?
People call me Kahu. I reach out my hand to him.
Thank you so much. And he's kind of like just shaking it on the side.
Meikai. Mm-hmm.
The guy on the ground who's kind of like checking for injuries and kind of like it's like, yeah, I think I'm good. He goes, sorry, the name's Schmidt. That's nice to meet you.
No.
Our new friend in the chat for all the support you gave today. Yeah, I like to name NPCs kind of sometimes based on chat people. So, and kind of the other lady, she goes, yeah, Margaret again, and she looks to the guard. She goes, we're fine. We'll find our way. The car doesn't look too damaged. I'm sure we can get the wheel back on.
I can help you.
Thank you. You've done so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anais wants someone, like she pokes someone to sign for her, and ask what happened with these things.
You kind of get Zachary, since you're kind of near him, to kind of pipe up if you are going to speak for her.
Where do these creatures come from?
It just came from the tree line here. We heard kind of growling and sounds kind of from up there, and he kind of points up kind of the mountainside, up this way, and kind of points back up towards like kind of the cliffs, and it's like these different rock ledges that are going up to the top, because the tree line kind of stops here where you're at the path. We thought we could hurry through and get by. That very rarely are anybody attacked on these roads.
Yeah.
That's good. You're okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and they kind of like start. Schmidt and kind of the merchant begins to start working on the wheel. Same with you, Kahu, and you guys are very quickly able to kind of assist them. Nothing seems to be too broken. They're kind of working on kind of just rewriting everything. But the two Gravnica guards are kind of looking at everybody, and why don't you guys give me a group persuasion check?
Oh boy.
Or what? Just acting normal?
Just kind of maybe the investigation from the guards and kind of like how they're going to take your demeanors. Way.
Oh, sure.
I got a 20.
Especially because the amount of magic and sound that you guys made is just a little suspicious. I'm just kind of seeing what they're going to pick up on or not.
Sure. 10.
10.
25.
25.
21.
That's just glowing.
20.
Yeah, by the time these guards had come up, like your chosen stuff had kind of settled, but there just seemed to have been like a weird darkening in the sky, and they just all look at you and go, well, glad that such arcane users were here. You guys are obviously mercenaries or something. Where are you headed to?
Gravnica.
Ventstone.
Ventstone?
Yeah, Ventstone is the capital of Gravnica. It's yeah, close enough. Everyone kind of like knows like this is like the skirts of Gravnica anyway. So, right, of course. Thank you. Well, safe travels. We'll continue patrolling this area and make sure there's none of these beasts. And the guard's just kind of looking at it.
You've seen that before.
And the other one's just like, no, nothing like this up in the mountains. But I mean, there's coyotes and other creatures. This is odd. And even as you're looking at it, I mean, it's got 4 eyes. It's got 2 tentacles. It's alien looking. And what it reminds you of, Anais and Kahu, is that creature that you saw in the prison realm.
Oh.
I guess I'll go over and I'll kind of like poke at it and I'll say in my head to Anais and be like, does this seem familiar to you?
A little. I'll admit I wasn't paying much attention to anything else, but
That's fair.
Vaguely.
I just figured you're very observant.
Normally. Sometimes not.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's weird that they would be here.
Might be worth talking to the rest of the group at some point.
Yes.
You kind of just see the two guards kind of whispering to each other and kind of talking. And the other guy's like, kind of like, one seems dismissive while the other one's just kind of like, you know, kind of like a look of like could be sort of thing. One's trying to convince the other one of something.
Can I pay attention to them?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You're trying to like read their lips or hear what they're saying.
Yes. That's 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, it's not too hard. I mean, like, everyone else's attention is kind of like on the conversation at hand, but you kind of like look over, and you're used to being, you know, nosy and gossipy. So it's part of your parlor tricks that you know. But the one kind of like the second guard had kind of leaned over and is like, I mean, it just, you know, just seems like corrupted things, don't you think? I mean, and I was like, shut up, we haven't seen anything like that in years. There's nothing around here. Don't start spreading rumors.
Okay.
Whoa, your tiny cup got huge. Sorry.
Almost lost that water.
I felt like that like exploded out of you, Mike. You just could not hold that.
Nope. I really
Drinking
wasn't.
out of it.
I've been expecting this whole time her to still have the tiny cup there. So that's why I was just. Yeah, there you
do.
go. Of course she does. Of course you do.
It's just here the
Just
entire time.
waiting for props. I love it.
Yep.
Cool. But yeah, by the time you guys are doing this, you're some of the checking the beast. One of the guards just kind of looks like, we'll clean it up. We'll take it back to the capital.
Just so you know, this is a corruption thing.
See, I told you. And the other one's like, it's not corrupted. We haven't seen corrupted beasts in this area for years.
And we have run into them more recently in some other parts, and this is it.
Sure. Like where? We've had peace in this land for generation now. Are you trying to say that the corruption's back invading our lands?
Yes. We found it in Vanali. We found it over by New Organia. We've just been wandering around.
Are you still trying to hide the fact that you're chosen?
Yes.
Still like an ongoing thing? Okay.
I still have my hat of disguise. I just look like a normal person without horns. Actually, my hair looks the exact same. I just don't have horns, and my hair is black.
Zach's just watching her just like spill all this stuff to the guards, trying to hide that she is like
Trying to decide if this would be a
That's like going like
persuasion
this,
or a
like,
deception check. I'll let you choose either one, like whichever's higher, but either persuasion or deception, because it's not really like you're convincing him or you're lying, but
Right.
I want to see what you roll versus his insight. So
I
do
might link with Zach and say something to him.
Perception.
yeah, go ahead. This is all happening.
I'm gonna say to Zach, maybe you need to get the delusional sister out of the way.
Wait,
What'd you say, Megai? What were you
that
gonna
was
do?
an 18. It's
18.
persuasion.
For persuasion, okay. He's kind of looking at you all again with a more intense look at, maybe he's heard what she said, but there's just almost like this, you can see the gears moving that maybe he's trying to make a connection to something. Is anybody else wanting to step in and do anything else?
Yeah, I'll step in and just be like, I mean, this is just quite shocking to see creatures like this, but from history books I've read, these meet the description of corrupt beasts, so I definitely think that there might be some accuracy in that. Should take that into consideration when you do patrol these roads.
What kind of reading? Where are you guys from? How do you guys know so much about these things?
It's just libraries, reading through, going to different large libraries around and reading.
We're at Vanali just recently.
The Organia.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him disadvantage because of that help. To try and maybe kind of steer him in a different direction from that connection.
You not read books.
And the other one goes, yeah, oh yeah, he's not a reader of types. You know, I like to try and dip and dabble a little bit, but I'm more into the king. He's like, shut up. And it's like, well, I'm just saying, a lot of people talk at the taverns about things. It's a lot of intellectual type people. And the other one's just like, you know, I just, fine. All right, yeah.
What kind of books do you like to read?
Well, you know, like, you know, like, you're talking about, like, the old Chosens. I don't know why I went, like, Chosens, like, whoa, no. It's like, yeah, it's something like the old Chosens, and talking about, like, the evil conspiracies of the last Chosens against the king, you know, like, conspiracy stuff. Like, I'm telling you, people are lying and hiding things from us. I don't know why I'm Australian. My accent's all over the place right now, I'm sorry.
Zach is now shooting a look at Hikaru.
Do you have any book names? Sounds interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's, you know, the let's see, the knight who rose from the darkness. Let's see, that's pretty much it. It's more of a, it has a lot of pictures in it, but it's pretty cool. You know, the Inquisitors distributed that one though, and then you kind of see him like trying to think of others, and you get the idea that maybe he's like trying to. He's talking a lot. He's talking up his game. Maybe he doesn't read a whole lot, but trying to play it over. The other guy's just like, whatever, just all right. We'll add it to our.
We don't want to keep you. We don't want to keep you. I'm sure you have lots to do. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it.
Like, elbowing the other one. It's like, start getting them on the horses. And they're kind of seeming like they're tying them up to stow on the horse and bring back for kind of reports and examination. But
Nice is like standing by the horses, like waiting for you guys, like staring at you, like, come on, let's go.
All right. Bye.
The guy Lawrence kind of walks up and he just goes, kind of listening all, and you get the feeling that maybe he caught on about some stuff more so than the guards did. But he just goes, well, you all will be esteemed guests of mine. I'm setting up a shop there. I'm a local merchant, but why don't you stop by? I'd be more than happy to give you a discount on any of my prices if you need anything for your trip. I love to bring readers and those of high mind to my shop. So you can find me outside the Champion's Folly on the far side across the street.
Oh, perfect.
He just kind of gives you a little bit of a curious, like, knowing look, but like kind of like a be careful look. And he goes, well, we should get on the road. Want to get back before anything happens. The guards are kind of already starting to put up the stuff. And Anaya's kind of tapping her foot by the horses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Zach is handing horses back to people like in their hand, like, here's your horse, get on it.
Stop talking to people.
Perfect.
I get up on my horse. Then you hear in your head, Anais, what? He was a nice guy.
Just mutters, blowing our cover.
I says back to Kago, I have a feeling you want to make a friend with every single person you ever meet.
I just want to know people's stories.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
I guess that's all right.
All right, so are you guys kind of getting on the way?
Idiot.
All right. There seems to be, again, kind of multiple paths through this mountain, and the others kind of take a veered off road, and they all kind of seem like going in the same direction, but they do kind of get separated by cliffs and the tree line. So you kind of see the carriage kind of go off one direction. It seems a little bit maybe a longer winding route, but safer for the carriage. And you guys start heading off and kind of get out of earshot from the guards. Actually, while we're doing that, and you guys can think about if you want to have any more discussions before you make it to the nearby town of Ventstone and Folly's Champion, we'll go ahead and take a break there. So we'll take a quick break because you boys gotta make a bathroom break. But quick shout out again, Schmitey Smite coming in with the crazy subs and the donations. Thank you so much. Ethan TRM sub, thank you so much for the follow. You are awesome. CK for the merch. Valorious. Dude, I'm loving all the names that are coming in. It's amazing. Thank you again for the follow. You guys are amazing. We love having guests, and we just have a fun time here on the Bardicdice channel. If you are new, consider giving us a follow, and also consider joining our Discord that we share with Marquee Gaming. It's a fun time, and during Fates United, we have a channel called Fates and Fae, where you can jump in and add your reactions and gifs, which are hilarious tonight. I've been dying in the background watching them. So we like to be interactive, and we like to hang out and have a fun, nerdy kind of community that's really positive and likes to promote other content streamers and stuff like that. So go ahead, join there. We'll be right back. Go ahead, talk to each other, talk about the week, and we'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes or so. let me tell you what, popcorn kernels are dangerous when you're trying to go back from break on stream. Because your boy didn't get popcorn on Tuesday, on our normal Tuesday popcorn break on Zelda. I was like, you know, I'm feeling some bit of popcorn today. But awesome, we're back, jumping into the second half of Fates United, episode 47, saying farewell. You guys defeated the beasts that kind of were holding up these merchants and were able to get there in time, easily dispatching them, but discovering that there does seem to be increased activity of corrupted monsters and attacking on some of even the major roads now, in between some of these cities. That being said, you guys jump back in, riding towards the town. It's only about a 30-minute, 45-minute kind of ride down like this hill. You guys can see this little mining town kind of on the outskirts, but as you come around the corner, appearing off on the horizon as the sun's beginning to get high up into the air, into about noontime, you can see these walls built out of the mountain as almost like a fortress. Stonework and metal that come out into this dark black stone and steel work on grates and everywhere. You seem to feel like this could be the capital, Bentstone of Grafnica. You see many simple but sturdy looking buildings and structures on the outside, but also a large tunnel that seems to go deeper into the mountains. Unlike Venali, where it seemed that a lot of the housing and industrial stuff were kind of all in like simple included areas and it had a lot more color and marble, this seems very simple, functional. This is a fortress. There's no way, you know, anybody's getting into this thing unless they were invited in. But you can see on the outskirts some tavern, a little mining town, you know, kind of areas that people live around this. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I think just keep looking around.
Hey, if you guys just want to make like perception checks like on your way in.
Yeah,
Sure.
always. 13. I got a 3.
This is
I got the
check.
exact same roll as last time.
You got a 13, you rolled a 3 on the die?
Yeah, plus 10.
I rolled a 3 on the die and I got a 4.
And 9.
19.
Okay. Yeah, all of you kind of seem a little bit more on edge and are kind of like mainly looking at like the mountainside and kind of up where these things come from, and don't seem to really pay much attention for the most part to other travelers coming through. No one really seems to be taking you much heed. Who had the highest? I think Kahu did.
I think I did 19.
Yeah.
19. Don't notice anything in particular except Kahu. You do notice a airship in the distance landing at the fortress.
Does it look similar at all to the airships I've seen? Like, does it seem like the same airship that Alana used, or does it seem different, or?
With a 19, and you kind of like squint a little closer, most of the airships look the same in design, and it seems like pretty much Venali is the only one that has like this technology at the moment. But you do see a little bit of elegance added to it and some red banners, and you do assume, if she's on it or not, that does seem to be one employed by New Organia.
Old piping, Alana written all across the site.
Just like blinking letters. Kahu, if you see this.
Let's have a drink.
Seems everything's coming together at once. As I point off
Yeah.
to the distance.
And you guys know the funeral is tomorrow, so it'll be kind of like a day of travel for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And there does seem to be a lot of like temporary tents as well that are kind of set up outside of the forest.
Nice. Well, we'll say, is there anything we need to do in particular aside from what we talked about earlier when it comes to meeting with anybody else? What's like important to do and what's not?
It's a good question.
I have only 3 things I'm here for.
Yeah, I think I know the 3. She's like taking it off in her head. But do we have
Maybe-
anything else?
You think it's worth it for us to talk to Alana?
I mean, I'd say so.
Yeah.
The
we
merchant
can-
seemed nice enough. He might be worth talking to.
Trust her. I mean, a store discount is always good.
Do we want to tell Alana about the Inquisitors or no?
She already knows.
Does
Well,
she?
know what we knew with. Oh, did you tell her about?
Yeah, I talked to her about it already.
Oh, okay.
After you talk to Lady Leia?
No, but I talked to her about that previously
Correct. Yeah.
because there was already something that caused that suspicion.
Yep.
So,
Do we want to say what we found out from Leia though to her or no?
yeah, if we meet with her, I'll definitely tell her more.
Okay, I didn't know if we needed to make that secret or something.
No, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I think at least knowing kind of some of the stuff that's going on will be good.
Well, I think she
Yeah.
of all people deserves to know.
Mm-hmm.
But Leia stays protected for now.
Agreed.
Okay, yeah. Is there anyone else that's coming that's important to talk to?
Well, Carlos.
Might have some good jokes for us.
Needed.
Important to talk to?
He kept saying that I've been keeping correspondence with him, so he seemed really apt about wanting to meet up with us.
We can see at least if there's anything going on with where he's from.
See if there's anything fishy going on. I needed it, I'm so sorry.
You were floundering with that joke there, Makai.
I'm not gonna bless either of you two ever again.
We're off the hook. Sorry, it's just very depressing here.
Do you think Joe Arston will be here?
Oh, he might be. He might be one to talk to. I mean, I didn't really talk to him, but...
Yeah.
We can keep our eyes up.
Yeah, if you guys see him, let me know.
Do remember, though, we don't quite look 100% like ourselves, so...
Should we just change back before we get there?
No.
Okay, I didn't think
say-
so.
I say we go in, we don't even change back unless we're in the funeral and it becomes obvious.
Okay. We've gotten really good. I mean, because the disguises last for like an hour and then it's just like a refresh, right? Like a blink and you'll miss it thing.
It's at will, so you can just do it whenever.
Mm-hmm. You can even like turn a corner real fast or be like, I gotta go get something.
At 59 minutes, you can do it again, and boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's just constant, so yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Hadn't about anything
Yeah.
else, or you're just kind of...
Yeah, we're heading in now.
Okay.
Zach, do you have any way to get a hold of Alana? I mean, this stone thing, I really appreciate it, but it seems to only work once a day, and it's already been used.
Yeah, I can do something if I need to.
Okay.
There.
Take this out.
It's really weird
Okay,
not being able to see my tail, but knowing it's there, but not seeing that it's there. That's weird.
That would be weird.
Be careful not
Can't
to
say I
poke
know how it
anybody
feels.
either.
Yeah.
I do have the caps
Ow.
on.
And then
You just can't see them.
I got
They're
it.
there.
okay.
Can't wait for it to spell magic to go out perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating popcorn while I DM because.
Bad idea.
Yeah. I feel like there's some difficulties happening right now.
We can't inhale popcorn. I don't know if you knew that. We can only inhale air.
Anyways, but
There's
yeah,
no truth to that.
as you guys are kind of eating some of the other rations and kind of coughing a little bit, as you know, getting stuck in your teeth, but you ride your way into the outskirts of Bentstone. You guys give me a investigation check to see if you can locate this Champion's Folly among like town. If that's where you're going, unless you're just kind of randomly walking around or want to find a camp outside.
Investigation?
Yep.
15.
I spins around in a circle, points in a direction, and gets a 14.
You know, against certain hags, that makes
Oh,
them
15.
sneeze.
15, actually.
Nice, okay.
22.
Oh!
Yeah, you guys easily, once it's a small town, you kind of see a couple of structures, a generic general store, sort of like a, not quite a blacksmith, but more of like a shop and guild hall for the miners here, for kind of like their weapons. You can see these carts full of stones and coal that look like they're not being used currently. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of labor going on today, just from what you see. But there are plenty of people here kind of walking around, drinking kind of on the streets. There's a lot of stalls with people just trying to sell different wares, or fabrics, or goods, you know, fruits and veggies that they brought in, you know, fish from the local, you know, like river towns. But easily at the center, you kind of find a somewhat broken down but an established tavern that has a large shield, metallic shield on the outside, and a sword that looks quite used and chipped in a few places, but with this beautiful calligraphy that's now been faded and kind of covered with a little bit of coal. You see Champion's Fall, like F-O-L-L. And you kind of look a little closer and it looks like the Y is like pretty much almost faded off, but you can tell it's the Champion's Folly. The windows are caked with just this like sulfur and coal dust. And then one of the doors kind of hanging a little loose, but you guys have found it. Totally a octagon stop sign, yeah. You guys heading in? What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are kind of riding in with your horses, a kind of a kid runs up to you. He's kind of disheveled, little shaky brown hair. He goes, "Oh, yeah, would you guys like me to take the horses to the stable for you? Just, you know, 1 gold. I can do it for you."
I'm gonna insight this child.
Yeah.
So give me an insight check.
That's a lot of money.
Got 4 horses.
21.
21.
14.
14. Anybody else?
Zach could not beat a 21,
Yeah,
so
okay.
no.
Fair enough. As he's asking you, I mean, like, it doesn't seem too outrageous. Kind of weird. Never really had this happen before, but it just seems like an opportunistic kid kind of asking to saddle up the horses for you and kind of tie them up in the back. However, Anais with your passive perception and Kahu with your blind sight, pick up on a second and third kid that kind of be starting to sneak up from behind you guys as he stops the horses, and kind of look like they're getting pretty close to potentially not look like they're up to any good, going for maybe some coin purses.
I just
Why are there
turn and
3 of
look
you?
at one of them.
And I just say, why are there 3 of you without turning around?
Whoa. like one's just like looking away, the other one's like a hand out, just kind of like looking at the one in front of him. Like, whoa. Then the guy goes, "Sorry. All right, they caught us. Move on." And like the real quick, it's like a little like urchin kind of like street gang sort of thing. The guy kind of like doesn't sound as young anymore and is like ordering the other 2. Whatever.
How old are they?
With your checks, I'd say like in the like low teen, kind of like 13, 14, 15 maybe. He was trying to kind of come off a little younger, like trying to put his like bangs. He has like a little baby face going on, but maybe trying to play off as like 11 or 12, but it's you know a little more. But very quickly they start running off and kind of try and dip their way in the crowds unless you guys are doing anything.
If they're running off. I don't know if I do much.
Keep your stuff close.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, but you guys are able to now do it yourself. There's a kind of like a small, really not even, I wouldn't call it a stable. There does seem to be a stable around the corner at another building that you guys want to go over and check in on. This one just seems a little bit more of like a tying post with like a lean-to of just various kind of horses. Someone's like left a cart out, you know. It's pretty rough and tumble, kind of left to your own accords kind of feel here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll just tie up my horse.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys type your horse? You guys heading in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
As you guys kind of head through the door, you'd kind of heard it from the outside, the ruckus and kind of like loud talking of a very filled tavern. Kind of look inside, and there's like a bear rug. You can see different like hunting trophies around, and like drawn like paintings that look like, you know, kind of like if you go into a restaurant and they're like taking pictures of people, but it's like sketched portraits of like this same person with a whole bunch of other like travelers and people and important looking type people or just whatever. And what you notice is the same person has a scar over their face like this, a jolly kind of smile. And as you're looking through kind of like this various weird, like there's different weapons on the wall that seem broken and shields, very like mercenary sort of tavern. This guy's getting slowly, he kind of had this nice like fit built at first and like long hair with a ponytail in the back, but suddenly the weight seems to get a little heavier and heavier, and by the time you kind of get to the newer stuff, it's got this nice little like beer gut going and kind of like a little, you know, rounder cheeks, but very much more jovial. And now you can hear as you're kind of going in, it's a crowded room, but from the far off corner, there's just a bunch of people kind of sitting around a table, and you can hear a singing bard that kind of is like drunkenly singing through kind of like a keg. But he's not singing of anything of Gravnica. He seems to be singing of the seas. And suddenly you just see, oh, that's a good one. Oh, well, tell me another. And across from this jolly fellow that matches the pictures, you just see, oh yeah, well, I mean, it's not official or anything, but yeah, I got many more stories for you. And just, oh yeah, that's so funny. I like you, kid. What's your name? And he's like, oh yeah, oh, all right, yeah, call us. But yeah, well, I'm just waiting for the people. If you guys not trying to get a crowd going, and the bard's like seemingly trying to like get a stir going and like play the lute of these like tales of the sea, and like you can see Carlos is actually kind of hooded, and there seems to be just the guy's making too much attention in the corner. But this place is filled as there's like travelers and miners and merchants from various different levels of class here. Kind of as like there's barmaids going around handing drinks out like crazy.
I'm gonna approach Carlos.
Yep, so is Kahu. He's gonna pat his back and he's gonna say, the god of mischief is back, I see.
It's good to see you.
Also, Marky Gaming, thank you for the show for you crazy. Look at that little inside job there, giving Pip 400.
I wanted emo.
Perfect, I love it.
It's good to see you again, Carlos.
You guys heading over to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nosebleed.
Go ahead and you guys give me perception checks as you're heading over. As like
yeah, where's his
like,
lady guard?
You're like bumping into people and like people. It's really crowded here.
8.
22.
Zach's best of a 13.
Wow, Zach. Moving up.
A nice.
26.
Jeez. Yeah. Even with your low roll, Kahu, your blind sense kicks in, and there's another one of these kids that seems to try and like sneak in from among this crowd and goes for Meikai's coin purse. But all of you, including Zachary, kind of catch him. Meik, are you doing anything? As he kind of turn around and he's like,
Yeah, I swat him with my invisible tail.
you look like you dropped something? And they just slowly like walking away. And then kind of like, as you guys are kind of like doing that and he says something, one of the barmaids kind of grabs him by the ear. He's like, you're not even old enough to be in here, come on! And starts dragging him along the way. But as you do that and that little commotion happens, you just see, oh, yeah, Meikai! I know the name! Hey, over here! Oh, I know them! Oh, hey, oh, can you guys...
Does he? We are all disguised.
You are disguised, aren't you? Does anybody...
I mean,
That's true.
I do
Zach
look
looks
the same
similar
almost.
to his normal
That-
look.
Yeah.
You know what,
This
that's-
does not look the same.
that's a
She's
good
always that
point.
blonde kid.
Let me go
Yeah.
ahead and give Carlos our boy.
Zach is also going to like cinch his bags up higher so he
Sure.
knows where they are a little
And
more.
my disguise self, the coin purse is on the opposite side. Like,
Nice.
coin purse, it's on the opposite side, so,
Okay, alright.
yeah.
Cool. Meikai! Oi, yeah, alright, why don't you look like yourself? You done something.
Yeah, I did my hair. It looks good, right?
Bro, I like it, yeah, you know, it's alright, I guess, you know. But why not, come on, hey, can you guys...
That was a terrible wink.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
Can you guys excuse us? Look, I'd really like to, you know, catch up with my friends here. And he goes, oh, no, of course. Come on, friends of Carlos or friends of mine. Shit, please welcome to the Champion's Folly. Sure, you know. It's nice to meet you. Good.
Hello.
You as well.
You know,
Get some food.
Is this guy reeling you in with his stories?
oh, yeah, she likes fish jokes as well. Yeah, she's really good. You know, seriously. She's very sophisticated. But, you know.
She's
I
a
got
real
that.
cupcake for him.
You guys are gonna be a fun time, but I'm sure
It
you're
is.
glad to meet someone of my status, of course. So,
Yeah, this is like Ambro in his, like, Twilight years.
pretty close to it, yeah. So, why don't you guys sit down? Pleasure on me, of
Okay.
course. Yeah. What are your names? I haven't seen you around. I'm sure. I mean,
PK.
I'll give you a signature later if you need one.
My name is Kahu.
My guy, Gahoo.
Anais says in Kahu's head, can you ask if he's actually famous?
Just this, like,
But maybe
little
say it in a
hot
nicer way.
Do you want me to introduce you as well when I ask?
Sure.
This is my friend Anais, and she's curious if you are famous. Particularly,
Of course.
she can tell that you have so many wonderful pictures here, and she wants to fully understand and be engrossed in the reasoning behind them.
Oh, I
Wow,
know.
that's a good way to put it. I see Kahu's head.
Well, I mean, if you like taking pictures with important people, I'd take pictures with the four of them. I mean, why are you disguised? And he's just kind of looking, like, kind of between and, like, looking a little closer.
Why do you have your hood up?
Yeah, what are these, what are these hats that you're wearing? Why are you disguised in my place? It's now that, like, Meikai is pointing it out. You don't see anyone else hearing or anything, but he's just kind of leaning in a little closer. Are you on the run or something?
No.
Fugitives in my place, am I right?
We're not fugitives.
Right.
We just don't want to draw unnecessary attention to ourselves.
Of course. Look, I kid. I have been undercover myself. I'm trying to, you know, it's so hard, as you can see. I try and stay humble in my little boat here. But everyone just seeks out Alphonsus. I mean, of course you've heard of the tales. Everyone give me a history check.
Succeed at this. I believe in you,
Got it, 2 on the
Zachary.
dice. 7.
I told you as well.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah!
5, 6,
I got
7. I
23.
7.
23. The two of you are just like, blink, 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 blink. And you see just a little bit of like, ouch, of like, you don't recognize me. Zachary, and even Kahu, surprisingly, you have heard of the name. the Knights of the Mountain, Alphonsus. Bards have sung his tale far and wide. And both of you pick up on that he was an adventuring buddy of the Chosen King back when they traveled. And so he's a very well-known knight. One of, slaying great corrupted beasts back in the land, of seeing, creatures of tentacles and eyes, and just creatures that fly, that breathe fire. I mean, like, tales that seem way overdone, and that he's wrestled a kraken straight with his hands and saved a boat at sea. But it's been years since you've heard of him, though his legend seems to slowly grow. That's kind of where you do seem to recognize. And he goes, I'm sure you've, I'm not saying I'm somebody, but,
They say the tale of Alphonsus, the man who was the fondest. The kings loved him so. Dragons he slayed. They never knew where to go.
And you kind of hear the bard hearing you say that, and you're ding, 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 and he starts jumping in with you, and it's just like this toss a coin to the Witcher moment, as suddenly everyone's just starts slamming their drinks on the table, and the whole crowd, the entire tavern, starts singing out of the great name of Alphonsus, the fondest, the greatest knight of the land. And even Alphonsus goes, oh, stop it, please. And then in a little prestidigitation, you see him jump onto the table in front of you, and he's just boisterously singing along, almost like pretending to be in a battle of oh no, and then slicing down whatever beast they're speaking of. He's jumping from table to table as everyone's cheering, knocking over the beer, and in the chaos of everything. I'm also gonna see the performance of this bard to see how bad he is. It's a little out of tune, but the rest of the tavern seems to have taken over the hype of it. There's maybe 1 or 2 coin that go to this bard, but the table's now free. And I guess we have a moment of privacy. And he's kind of the people pushing into him from behind. But well, it's nice to see everyone.
It's great to see you too. This is a wonderful bar. I love this place.
Yeah, it's just quite lovely. I've been here for a day. Where's Ania? He said he was gonna come with you.
Well, he's far off still. I don't know.
Or
Relationship's complicated at the moment.
Yeah.
I see. Kind of like a deep sea type thing. Alright. I mean, what happened?
I don't think right now's a good time to say anything.
Alright then.
More privacy, perhaps.
I think we're pretty private here, and no one can hear us over here, and Alphonsus! And it ends the song.
And Ice just takes out her notebook and just starts writing because it's quiet, and then it just says he stabbed us, basically, to take control of the city.
Well,
It did not end well.
He hooked you? What did he do? Seems like a slang from Tritania instead of backstab.
Yeah.
Do you just want to write it out, Ananias? That might be the easiest. Sorry.
I mean, we can. I don't mean to, bring it down here. We can talk about it later if you don't want to talk about it.
Nice.
Discourse though.
She gives him back a thing of quick bullet points, and it's we tried to get him into the council. He told us that we would help him and it would be peaceful transition. We helped him. Then he lied to us, killed all the council, took control of the city. We're kind of mad at him right now.
You just see this no, oh no, as he's reading along of it. Wait, I'm sorry. It doesn't sound like anything you do.
We didn't think so either.
Did you make him walk the plank or anything?
No, we just left.
Oh, walk the plank then, if you like the fish jokes there.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, at least you're here. I mean, I miss you all. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Has been a while. How have you been doing?
I've been better. You know, it's a long way from home. Couple people jelly of, you know, my looks. All. And you kind of see like kind of that like jovialness crack a little bit because, well, actually it's been kind of tough. Actually, why don't we get a drink, everyone, there for you, and kind of like says, oh, around on me there. I'm getting better at drinking through my gills. Doesn't go to the blood as quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've worked on that.
Yeah, drinking was pretty hard last time. But yeah, I know this is weird for me to say, you know, with being like what you are and not. Are you guys trying to hide that with the disguises?
Well, I'm gonna look at everybody else.
Our last time through Grabnica wasn't so accepting of our time here. So we're just trying to keep it
about us.
Yes.
We're all right then.
We're here for Sakar, not for ourselves.
He kind of like gives a little look at Mekai and then down. Don't worry about that. Are you guys going tomorrow? Still?
Mm-hmm.
Alright then. Okay. Yeah,
Nice writes on the table, or not on the table. Sorry, I was reading the chat.
I love that.
I totally love it. I was just writing on the table this entire conversation. No, what?
It's
Anir,
very
how rude.
private.
You can't trust Anir. Yeah.
I would. Anais writes on her paper. Is the funeral more exclusive, or can anyone go to it?
Well,
Did you have to get an invitation?
I mean, funeral itself, not really, but to get access to where the church is in the fortress, you're gonna have to be known. That's why I was kind of surprised if you're being hiding.
Oh.
I need someone to be a guest. Has Ania put you on there as who you're pretending to be? I mean, everyone kind of knows your names here.
They do?
Yeah. I mean, some good, some bad. But a lot of the people that were there at Centaurium came back and talked about it.
I don't think we
Not
know
as much in
any idea.
Tritania. I've been keeping my mouth shut. Kind of secluded. Is that a bad thing? You're supposed to be... Is that a bad thing? I mean, you're supposed to be doing a lot of good, huh? I mean, I believe in you.
Appreciate that.
I think we would just want to be careful, especially for something like this. I mean, didn't the guards kind of act like it was Meikai's fault a little bit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they
So I'm not sure if they'd let her in.
kind of blaming all the Chosens, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'll get it. I feel like a fish out of the water here with the gods, too. They all questioning me while I was here. But, alright. Yeah, I guess it. And the waitress kind of comes up. She goes, hello. Rounds for everyone out there. You wanted the extra juice with yours, right? In the umbrella? And I'll call us like, yeah. Oh, really? Look, the one with the umbrella that she did there. It's really nice. And you see, like, everything has ale, but he's got, like, this, like, smoothie type drink that seems to be, like, a lot of fruit added with the ale and stuff like that.
Do you happen to have a party platter?
Oh, sure. Just of, like, different meats and stuff.
Yes.
Maybe that's what's called a charcuterie board.
Yeah. Well, it's a good one there.
No, I'm looking for an actual party platter. What does anybody else want?
Yeah, the handmaid just kind of sighs. It's like it seems like puns go around here a lot with Alphonsus. Yeah, whatever you guys would request. Is there anything specific?
Well, he's gonna eat that whole thing by himself.
I Dice points to the drink that Carlos has, like with like big eyes, like it looks really cool.
2 of those for us, please.
Oh, right. Yeah. Go ahead and get them there. Careful, it's a little strong. You might get a little tipsy on one margarita, but it's all right.
I can handle it just fine.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, it's just 2 for them. I'm good on this one. I don't want 2 more, or I start walking weird. Well, yeah, I appreciate it. All right. As she goes, all right. I'll come just back with breads and meats unless you guys want anything else.
Yeah.
Cool. She leaves the drinks and kind of starts walking off. All right then. Will.
Slide my drink over to Kahu.
Well, you know drinking?
I'm okay.
More water.
Right then, yeah. Go for the healthy one. Yeah, I'd say so.
I pull out my mug, the magic one, and I hand it over to you in case you want something else.
Oh, there you go. You can have anything. Get that chocolate milk, Zach.
Oh.
Celestian
What
tea.
is he? Does he get anything?
You'll look at it, and then it fills up with like a fruit smoothie.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, yeah, it's a virgin one. Watch out. All right then. Not a problem. Respect. I like it. Keep your head on straight. And you actually see him like pull down his hair. And Carlos, who is a Triton, kind of with green kind of gills and like outward fins with the long greenish hair. You see him kind of covering up some more of his normal garb that he's wearing, but you can still see the greens and the blues of Tritania below. He's just kind of like settling in a little bit and just, all right then, well. Yeah, so did you get some of my letters? I sent a lot. I didn't know where to get them, so I just sent them everywhere.
How many did I get, Mike?
None. Yeah, you didn't get any.
Oh, well, you know, we've been traveling a lot and I didn't see any of them, but I figured that you might have gotten some of mine.
Yeah. Well, I got one of them, but I haven't been in Triton for a while, actually.
Oh, where have you been?
Well, I went to Rosewood back there. I didn't know where to find you. I thought you might be at Centaurium. And then they didn't know. They wouldn't tell me anything. And then I kind of got kicked out because, you know, the fire guy, whatever his name is, he got scared. He got kind of like annoyed of me. So I kind of left there. And then I went to Spain, and they said you'd been there. But so I left a letter there. But they said, you know, they didn't know where you went from there. But then I went down to like a volcano city. Oh, did you know that they have like a really cool little city with a guy on the swings and with a volcano?
Mm-hmm.
But so they have a letter there. I mailed one to Alana and to Ania. That's about it. So, anyways, yeah. So
The reason you haven't been back home much.
Well, yeah. That's kind of why I wanted to talk to you. You know, not that like I'm expecting any special treatment or anything. But I kind of need your help.
Is your kingdom in peril?
Kinda. Especially my girlfriend.
Yeah, the guard.
I figured you knew about it. I kind of couldn't talk about it there. She promised me not to say anything. Well, I said girlfriend, really fiance, but she's actually a princess.
You knew it.
That's why she wasn't supposed to go, and that's why I was kind of going in her place to protect her identity. Well, he kind of seemed like really nervous as he was like looking around, just kind of like having a hard time telling me. But well, I think I can help you. And you said you're looking for some sort of a rook, I guess, something. I think I might be able to help you with it. We have a rock, but it kind of fuels things for our city. And I'm not really supposed to tell you this part. And all of you know that Tritania is like a large kind of like sprawling city that's very grandiose, as it's been known to have been built by directly the Aderna chosen, the water chosen. That's where he also like walked among them. but they live on the surface with this great waterfall, and it's very similar to New Organia in size. Well, she's kind of been locked up because found out that she left, and we haven't heard from her or the Chancellor of Down Under anymore. See, you're not supposed to know about Down Under, actually.
It's not the water city.
Yeah, it's underwater.
I had so many theories.
Yeah, no one knows about it, so please don't tell anybody.
Okay.
I could be killed for telling you.
About
And I
that.
just writes, I'm so confused. What's going on?
Right then. Alright, I guess I'll start over.
Maybe you can write it down if you don't want to talk about
yeah,
it.
and he like steals your notebook and starts
Sorry,
bulleting very similar to what you did. And he's like, alright, I'm not the representative. My fiance she's princess. And he also writes Darcia Coven Brand underneath. And
What?
Darcia Coven Brand. I'll put it in the chat. And he
Oh, was
also,
he pretend? He was saying he was the prince, wasn't he, earlier?
yes. When he was,
Okay,
so he showed up as the representative saying he was the prince,
but he's not.
but he's not. She's
Okay.
the ruling one. He's the
Okay.
guard.
Mhm.
But
Gotcha.
because of secrets and he said earlier that they weren't supposed to go.
They were
That-
doing an Amidala.
Right. They're kind of like a fake person to keep her safe because they didn't have any guards with them, minus
Mhm.
her. But as he kind of continues to write, he goes, so there's two ruling classes. And he's still like bulleting this, but while saying it as well. There's like two ruling classes. There's us, the Tritons, up on top. But then on down under is the real city. It's where our Chancellor's at. But it's a big secret because of, the Great Divide and all of the bad things that happen. We don't like telling anybody out of safety. Well, we haven't heard from anyone ever since she went down there. I tried sending letters, I tried going down there myself, but all the guards have closed it off. Everyone won't talk it anymore. And I'm really nervous. But they have that stone down there. I know it. The stone that Ania said is very similar. But
Oh, I can't even write because he has my notebook.
yeah, he has your notebook currently. He's kind of like writing it. It's like he's like drawing the artifact currently.
Yeah.
He's like, but there's been attacks. Anyone from up top trying to go down and check it. Our guards aren't returning. Or they're coming back mauled. And he kind of like slides it back. And with like a stick figure with like one leg missing and going like, ah! And he's like, alright, sorry, I didn't mean it. Here you go.
Say mauled or mold?
Mauled? Like, had something like chewed off his feet there.
Yeah.
Nice writes, do you know what color the stone is or what it looks like?
Also, I know my accent sucks, so if you need me to reiterate any information for the sake of just following along, let me know. I haven't really seen it myself, but she told me about it last time we talked, and if I can find my list, I think it's actually on this list, isn't it? Yeah. It's like I think it was red.
Is that out of character?
Sure.
Is this the one that's been missing that we didn't know where it might be?
Possibly.
Or was there a room? Because we had some that we knew where they were.
Yeah.
So
this is probably the only one we don't know where it
it's
is.
not one you knew about, but you had heard rumors that it could potentially have been in the halls of the ancient down in the desert. But from Lyetta, you also heard that the Inquisitor's been trying to get down there, and haven't heard anything on it. So, not 100% sure.
Okay.
But
So-
from what his descriptions, it sounds like he's seen it or have heard about it.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, On a curious, Chosen's could come help. I'm really worried that something bad happened to her in the city. I mean, it's not just me. I'm not trying to be selfish, but a lot of people are in danger. Half our city's down there, and the Chancellor. Something's going bad.
Nice rights. How is the city even functioning without its ruler or anybody to help guide it if they just didn't hear from them?
See, that's the thing. Up top, we have like kind of like a fake ruler. That's what everyone knows about, and it's kind of for show. It's kind of where the rest of us live, kind of the workers, the not important people, if you will. Yeah, some of us important. I mean, I like to give positive affirmations to myself. I like to say that I'm important. Anyways, it's not the point. But it's to keep everyone safe. I mean, they haven't told anybody ever since the affinities left. Oh yeah? I mean, I know you're busy. I get it. Just really nervous.
Makes
I
sense.
imagine that there's going to be the things we need to take care of, but we definitely can get out there, I think.
It'd mean a lot to me. And maybe Dorcia can help you if you need the stone, or if anything else that, you know, that you guys would need help with.
Can I insight Carlos?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you guys
to
just got betrayed
well,
down here,
that,
so.
but also, is
Yeah.
he one of these people that thinks that things can work out, but realistically they can't? Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure, like
He
if
was
he's
like,
super
Darcy can
optimistic.
totally just give you the stone afterwards. Like, we'll work it out, when it's like, no.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
15.
I got a nat 1.
Aw.
Hey.
Are we all
yeah.
able to insight check this? Because that's actually a really good point after having a
Yeah, after a
near.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
I
I
want to
mean,
believe Carlos,
I would
but
assume I assume your guard's up. That's fine. You definitely.
his guard is always up because he is one.
15.
Yeah, Anaya Sakri, like, you want to believe him, and not like anything comes off shady, but again, you're kind of questioning yourself because you didn't pick up anything on the near quite either, and so it's like kind of muddled at hard to read with kind of that intention. Both Meikai and Kahu, you get the sense of like this genuine worriness and fear mainly for Darcia, but for the city as a whole as well. It doesn't seem like he doesn't care, but you do also kind of pick up on this, I wouldn't say optimism, but sort of a desperateness of, it's not really his station to offer this, but it's like, yeah, well, I could talk to someone, like, of course they'd help, you know, like, kind of what Rachel's kind of looking for in a way, but not malintended. He's just desperate and kind of these are the only people I could think to turn to sort of feel.
I'm sorry you weren't able to get a hold of us before.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's my fault. I just, went to the wrong places there. You guys are a little slippery. Oh yeah, I guess that could be a fish joke too, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
A lot of them. You get nervous.
It's needed in these dark times.
Kind of feel like stuck in the net, you know?
Understandable.
But I mean, yeah, again, I get it. You got important stuff. It's a good thing to be in the area. Oh. I've known that down in the subplot of Tritania, there's a lot of archives, a lot of well-kept things from the Affinity days. Maybe get information for whatever you're doing.
I'm gonna look at Zach.
Carlos trying to
Carlos
reel
says
him
that.
in.
I feel like some of these are not just unintentional. Like
I'm just in the motion with it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the flow of like some of these are just phrases that like Tritania is used to. Like, oh, getting
I
stuck
like
in the
it.
net, getting stuck in the net just is kind of maybe feels like, man, we're
Yeah,
down in
yeah.
our dumps sort of thing, or you know,
Stuck in the
oh, we
mud.
got backstabbed, but we got you got hooked. Like,
Anais writes, I mean, if we definitely would probably at least need to look at the stone to confirm.
yeah,
I
for sure.
mean,
Oh, I can get you down there. Carefully.
What about the breathing situation if it's underwater?
It's fine. I can. We got things for that. There's little like bubbly things. You wear it around your neck. It kind of like creates a bubble for your non-breathers. I mean, you see the ones. It's really strange that you think of it. It was more of like looks things, but the people up top have gills. The ones down there don't. So like we had to create things for them to get down there. It's weird. It's weird. I don't understand that one. I know, right? That's what I'd say, but you know, them in power. But yeah, I mean, once you're down there, there's a dome.
Wait, so you're saying that the people down there aren't
they're not like
Tritons,
me.
like,
Well,
they're not like you?
they're Tritons, but they're different. That's why Docia never showed you, because you know, no one goes outside and sees them really. You can remember, Meikai especially. You're kind of the only one that really got like good looks.
I'm so nosy.
She had a bit of a more paler complexion than Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of jives with this. Maybe he did live underwater and didn't come up much.
So you're her fiance?
Oh, I mean, I asked it to be, and the dad said no. Well, I mean, I hope so. I'm not quite sure. Again, I haven't heard from her in a while, so like, unless she's like really ghosting me and like killing people to ghost me, you know, I mean, I'm not that ugly, I don't think.
No, I'm just curious. Well, I'm just being nosy now.
Well, it's alright. I already know that.
Okay.
Really, by the way, what are those things on your horns there for? I like the purple. It's a good ad.
So, yeah. So when I sleep, I don't tear up the sheets and the pillows.
But you're not sleeping.
No, but it's just, you know, in case anybody accidentally, because they disguise.
Yeah. All right then, that makes sense. I like it. It's like a small. I like smalls. Anyways,
I just look at Kyle.
Don't try putting her over a fire. She doesn't like that.
Is there anything I mean, like anything I can help you guys doing? I can try and maybe help you guys get into the funeral. We talk to Alana if you guys are trying to do it under disguise, maybe.
We haven't yet.
you know where she's staying? Or where she is?
Oh, not really. I saw an airship come in, but I mean, yeah, I guess I don't have a way to send a letter. I could send a letter with a guard, unless you have a way to talk to her.
Wait, do you have guards here?
Yeah, no one knows I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm nobody. That's the thing.
You're Carlos.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Positive affirmations there. I like it. But I mean, ever since they cut us off, didn't really have a job anymore. I'm trying to figure out how to get to them.
And I starts, yeah, I mean, we definitely would want help getting to the funeral.
We could do that, yeah. Oh, right. I mean, just we can maybe knock on the door and try and get Alana to come out, or have them pierce a message for us.
Maybe we'll try and talk to Alana tonight.
He's gonna reach for your notebook and then kind of like stop before he grabs it, just like, you know? All right, thank you. He like flips a page and rips one out, like a blank page. And he's like, all right then, Alona. He's like starting to like make a note. And he's like, call us here. Remember me from the Satorium? And he's like starting to write out kind of a note of like, you know, if you could help me. Right, yeah.
I was just like watching Zach to see if he's gonna like stop him from writing a letter because we can contact him.
Nope.
I'll do this the hard way. And he like slides it back. He's
Just
like,
sipping his smoothie.
well, I mean, Ania already bought your rooms here. If you want to stay, or if you want to go with me, walk over and try and get the guards to get us in contact.
Yeah, Anir bought us rooms here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, we might want to get our own rooms.
he said he was he like already paid for everything. He said, I mean, you guys are supposed to come from airship. He said, what?
Mm.
Yeah.
And you do remember Anir did say he had already set you guys up at the Champions Folly.
Yeah.
The boys may have stormed off at that point.
That's
I don't
fair.
remember.
That's also true.
Or
I
I
mean,
not because I said the champions fall indeed as I walked out.
oh yes, that was your
Yeah.
closing line.
Folly.
And Nice just writes, I don't see the point in getting new rooms.
yeah, just use
Here.
them.
Use
Hmm.
them.
Why don't we all be in the same room and you do that thing you do, Anais?
We
Okay,
can
I'm
do
not
that.
judging. I get it if you guys travel together and if you lock your time together. I'm not gonna mind it. I'll keep you alone. It's alright. You know.
No, it's just for safety.
Oh, alright. Again, not judging. Like the
I think
closest
what
I'll
we
go to
got-
that joke that I on tonight.
I think what we could also use your help with on Carlos is when we do get up to you, being able to help you up there.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a way to get down into the city.
I got an idea. It's gonna take a lot of swimming. A little dangerous, but the only way down. The elevator shaft, well, we call it elevator. It's not really based on the elevator, but it's like closest to the technology that we know that the affinity. Anyway, sorry, rambling. But there's like the center tube is guarded and kind of locked down. But I can get you down there. Well.
Is it like
guys are
right
gonna
on the
fight us.
coast, or do we need to like sail out for a bit first?
We'd have to take a ship.
Okay.
Anais writes, how time sensitive do you think this is? Because we have something we need to do first.
I mean, as long as they're still in the dome, I think they're safe. It's just we haven't heard from them, and no one seems to either come back or has been mauled going down there. So I'm just nervous, and I don't know what's happening. But they describe all the beasts and the sharks and the fish in the areas being more aggressive, and some call them poisoned. There's like green veins. Creepy.
Oh. Yeah, we've
I've
run
never seen that before.
into it before.
Yeah, actually it does.
No.
No, yeah, I didn't
The
think
more
about
you're
that
describing it,
before.
I'm like, oh, it's Manan.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, he kind of leans in and he's like, "You are chosen. I mean, if anyone's going to be able to fight their way through, it'd be you."
Yeah.
And they'd have to listen. We've always been great supporters of the Chosens, and we've even had a trot in one. You know, just saying.
That's true. Based off of what I remember from Zach's notes.
Yeah, somewhere in there's a train one.
Anais says in Kahu's head, hey, we need to go to your place first. I hope you're not thinking about changing your mind.
No, I think I need to go there as well because I think there's more for me to know with my affinity connection and everything. That could be very beneficial to us being underwater.
That's a good point. Good. Just making sure.
Thanks for looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Amara, welcome.
Oh yeah, oh there, Amara. Thanks. And Amara comes back with like a plate of the food that you ordered and some of those smoothies. Is the all right then? Yeah. Oh, her name's Amara. It's kind of like Amaria, and you know, like all the different names, but it was kind of funny. It was nice to see someone out there. She goes, oh yeah, that's lovely, and she seems like really kind of busy. Kind of walks away.
Nice, like takes the big colorful drink with the umbrella and is just looking at it like.
I'm gonna look at Anais and look at the drink.
Yeah, it's really good.
Can we clink them together?
Sure, yeah.
Zach is gonna look at Carlos and just say, "Have you seen Amaria or any other Inquisitors around?"
I mean, I just got here earlier this morning. I haven't seen anybody here, not yet. Alphonsus says he knows a lot of Inquisitors, so I mean, we might see one drop by. Not sure.
Cobb starts eating his party platter.
What'd you say?
Said Cobb starts eating his party platter.
Yeah, totally.
This is for 24 boys or one man.
Oh, I mean, so, I mean, do you guys want to like go there with me? You trying to talk to her? Maybe she can get you to. Wait, I'm sorry. You said you were trying to get the car. Is that right? You ever say that to him?
No.
Nope.
Never mind. I don't know why I thought you guys said that to him. Okay.
We said maybe the church or whatever, but
Yeah, like getting access to the church, right? What we said.
I think that's all we said. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I mean, yeah, Lorna could probably get you in there. Good tonight if you need to do anything.
It probably would be smart. How good is this smoothie, by the way?
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's really good.
Oh.
And you guys start like it's just like sweet and not as harsh as like the mead in other areas. But yeah, why don't you both give me con saves as you guys continue drinking this? And Carlos is like halfway in.
Oh boy.
You see his
9.
his cheeks are starting to flush. So are yours, Rachel or Anais.
12.
And same with you, Mankai. Just not as much. You're a little bit more used to drinking like wine and stuff. It seems like a what are they called? You know, it's like wine and fruit. Sangria.
Sangria, yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of what
sangrias.
this tastes like, but it's a lot fruitier and kind of a mashed together with like broken ice and stuff.
Nice doesn't drink very much either, so like, but this is just really cool looking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, totally. I mean, anything we can do. But yeah, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm happy. I know you guys are busy.
I mean, eat some food first, and then we'll go.
Cool. He like takes like one bite.
Zach is watching for any Inquisitor presences around.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, give me a perception check.
Ooh. 13.
Actually, you know what? I'll let you give me an investigation check since you're kind of like looking through the crowd as well.
I mean, that'd be a 19 then.
Hey!
Investigation.
You don't see any Inquisitors. But you do notice 2 Kalishtar.
Nudge Kahu and just kind of.
Kahu, you look over and you see Nadaharak and Tomato, who were the 2 that were at your ritual from the first session, from session 0, that served with you and Ergon. Yeah, I had to go back in some deep notes to get those names.
Do I remember? I'm trying to remember. They were not part of the group that left during that. Correct.
What was that?
They were not part of the group that left during that whole scenario.
No, they were 2 that stayed loyal to you. But you also have heard that Ergon was supposed to be here as well. You don't see Ergon. Pretty hard to miss.
Yeah, I just kind of keep looking around, seeing if I see It's probably the first thing I do is see if Ergon's around at all.
Sign of Ergon.
He's gone.
Oh, wow. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We'll be back next Thursday.
I mean, are we going to talk to them? Are we going to go get to Alana? What are we doing, guys?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can have small talk, but I mean, whatever you want to do for tonight, if there's anything you want to talk to Carlos, if you're trying to talk Kalishtar, if you're trying to talk to Alana, get to her to get to potentially the church tonight.
I will
people looking.
I will link with Tomatoth, and I'll tell him it's been a long time. Come sit with us.
I know that voice. Kahu. How'd you sneak in here? He's like still looking around for you.
I like put my hand up and like wave.
What's this sorcery?
How does Kahu look right now?
Yeah. And Zach.
Close, he looks close to Kao, but he doesn't have like his ears, and he's definitely like he's not clothed in quite the traditional outfit because of the colder weather and.
So he's like a human version of Kahu, essentially?
Yeah.
It's not much different. Okay, alright. He's kind of just like...
His beard's probably trimmed up a little differently.
Not much changes, yeah. Alright, he's gonna kind of nudge Naharak and kind of like nod over. He's still giving you a weird look, though. But they start walking over and sit down and... hey, hello there. I think we're having a private conversation, if you don't mind. Wait, you
Carlos, this is Naharak and Tomatoth. They're from my hometown.
Well, no hurry, ne rock, and sorry, my dialect is kind of hard to say those names. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call you Nana and Tomo. And you just see this. I'd rather you not. I'll take it. It's fine. And they
There's
both
like
kinda
something
sit
to
down.
eat.
Oh, just yeah. And both have similar sort of builds to Kaho, kind of like being.
Two more party
soldiers.
platters.
They don't seem to necessarily have the size and girth of Ergon being a Goliath. But you do see similar tribal tattoos of different nature and maybe kind of depict a different house and different tribal like connection. But there are also some symbols that seem similar of like kind of a more of like the war and kind of soldier sort of like ones. But one
Also,
kind of has like
I'll link back into Anais as well here so that she can.
Naharak has like more of a sleek and slender build to him and of like a buzzed kind of look and has a few tattoos going around. And Tomatoth is a little bit more stockier, but kind of has like a bit of a like a chin strap sort of like rough. Glad to see you guys here. Kind of links again to you. What's with the look, Kahu?
Oh, has to do with just trying to keep things low profile around here.
Cool. Understood. And kind of like the other one.
We don't want Sirkar's funeral to turn into a focus that's not on Sirkar.
Yeah, it's a bunch of racist folks around here. But the other one's kind of turned rest. He goes, Tomatoth, it's nice to meet you, and my friend Naharak. Glad to see you guys here. Have you guys seen Ergon?
Maybe.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Huh. When he left before us, he said he was going to meet us here.
Hmm.
We would expect him here if, well, unless he stopped by a tavern and ate himself to sleep before he got here.
Maybe.
Yone?
Amekai,
Hmm.
Anais, and Zach.
A pleasure to meet all of you. And what do you guys look like?
This is Carlos.
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah, just kind of not really saying much because nervous around strangers. But yeah, what the Anais and Mako, what do you guys look like?
I'm like the same size. You know, I don't like adjust my height or anything.
I don't think you can, right?
What?
We can.
Can you
Just
do
a little
sizes as well?
You
Like
can. It's just
one
there's
foot
an
higher, 1 foot
illusion.
shorter.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, so
so-
go right through. Okay.
So it's less risky. So
Sure.
I have blonde hair though, and I look like this like pale human,
Nice. I like it.
trying to blend in as much as possible.
Okay. Mako.
And a normal Nancy. I same height, same build, same hair length, same hairstyle, blue eyes, dark hair or black hair, human ears.
Okay. And then Zachary just kind of.
Zach is human Zach.
Yeah. I'm about to say human Zach. Okay. Yeah, they kind of given you a weird look, Pahu, of just interesting. But Tomatoth, who had kind of connected with you again, he goes, "Why are you traveling with humans, Pahu?"
Well, just as I don't look as I appear to be, neither do they.
All right. It kind of seems like a real, just like on edge of like, he trusts you, but kind of that soldier's eye of something's not right here. It is. Do you guys have rooms here?
We do have some rooms. What's going on back home?
Kind of Nahrok. How much of you talk to your parents?
I have not had really an opportunity to talk to them. Life has kind of thrown me for loops I did not expect.
It's I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a little tense. The elves have been quite active lately. And a lot more strategic than they should be. We're used to fighting against them. This isn't random hits of barbarians trying to pirate food here and there. These are coordinated attacks. They're giving up ground on the foothills. A lot of people have kind of wondered if your sister's involved or not. They haven't shown up anywhere.
What about my brother?
I haven't seen him. And he kind of looks over at Tomatoth and he goes, he's been back once or twice, but from what I've heard, and again, us, we're not really of status, but sounds like things are a little more tense. Goliaths are trying to give us as many manpower as we can, but our numbers are kind of slowly being picked off. I mean, I think we'll be fine for a while, but just strange.
I have plans to head back there after this.
I think that'd be wise.
Nice asks in Kahu's head, can you ask them how often attacks are happening?
Do you know how often the attacks are happening?
I mean, it's varied. Different. Doesn't seem to really have a pattern, but what started as monthly is now gone to a couple times a week now. Like I said, it feels planned. But it's nothing. Doesn't feel like an invasion, so right? Like an invasion would come at us with everything they have. These are guerrilla fighting. It's piecemeal here and there to mess with our trade, to slow us down. It's odd.
I mean, if you know you don't have the strength to beat another army in an invasion, then is it not how you would then approach it?
It does remind me of some of the later days out in the deserts, sure. And you guys, the rest of you can see like different scars and burns on them. Like they're battle worn.
We've seen tactics similar with the dwarves, have we not?
That was desperate. Doesn't feel desperate. It feels coordinated.
Well, if it's my sister, though I don't know why she would be known for military acumen.
I mean, your sister wouldn't join with the elves, though, would she? Not that desperate. But she took a lot of soldiers with her. I mean, it's not just her that left. She took a third of our ranks. A lot of support behind her. You know, not to bring that up, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ergon's been speaking well of you to the Goliaths and maintaining that relationship, but it's tense. I will admit.
To be fair, that day was a day I don't think anybody had planned for, so...
I mean, we always seen leadership in you. You know I have your back. I have your shield. So,
you know, my...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, my shield is there for you as well.
But of course, I mean, maybe we could talk a little more private about home later. What brings you all here besides, you know, what's the funeral? That's what brings you here as well?
That is the key reason.
Yeah. With everything going on, your mother was a little worried about sending too many, but Ergon insisted on going, so said we'd go with him.
See what we can do to find him too while we're traveling.
It worries me. He should be here by now.
It worries me very much, especially because I know how strong he is.
Anais, I don't know. Actually, she's being a little careful because she knows. I mean, I know she's disguised, but just like, you might be kind of weird if she brings too much attention to us. So she just keeps saying to Kahu in his head. Weren't they supposed to be traveling together though? How'd they even lose track of them?
Oh, they had said earlier that he left before them.
Oh, sorry. This is really strong.
Yeah.
She just like looks down and like just keeps sipping it though.
Yeah, really just like...
I slide her over some food, help slow down the effects a little bit.
That's a good idea. And then she takes some.
But it is getting, you know, a little later in the day now. Maybe we were gonna take a rest the night, the afternoon. Maybe we could meet up tomorrow morning. All head to the funeral together if you're going.
I think we are planning for that. We have a couple things to take care of tonight though first, but we can definitely plan on seeing you tomorrow.
Tomototh is like, yeah, I gotta get some stretches and some work in before I get to bed, you know, keep the skills straight.
Maybe you can all make some money, Kahu, with your stretches again.
Money? We make money with that.
People were throwing money at him.
I was in a city and I was doing my standard workout and people gave me a bunch of money for some reason. It was weird.
He was shirtless.
You know, that will get it. I was about to say he's not that good at fighting. But I get it. The ladies always swim for you, so.
I was just exercising. It was so weird.
Humans.
You think that you were better than Kahu?
Please. Nonrox seems a little bit more cocky. Tomototh just kind of shrugs and like whatever sort of way. I rolls his eyes. You can kind of see like that a little competitive of, you know, physicalness there.
I mean, Kahu's been fantastic for fighting so far.
Yeah, sure. And traveling. No offense to you guys, just doubt he's found much wartime stuff out here. Sounds like you're having a little vacation, Kahu.
Oh yeah, you know me, always being lazy.
But anyways, I didn't mean to interfere with your talking. Like Kaho's just like also sipping there, not Kaho, Carlos. Just, oh, this is fine. It's just fine. It's with the, we're just hanging out with the, you're right. And you kind of like catch like he's like kept going in and out of like a dialect that you don't understand, and then kind of like back in but slurring his words. Kind of, he's had a hard time. But like, right there, buddy. Slow down with the drinking. Well, you can find us later. We're in the third room to the left. But I'm gonna go down for the press. We've been walking for a while. Yeah, unless you guys say anything else, I kind of part.
It's good to see you guys.
Always, of course, Kyle. We'll talk again.
We will.
Are you guys planning on trying to do anything tonight?
Talking to Alana.
I think I'm talking to Alana
I
for
would
sure.
like to.
Yeah.
Are you guys all good in going another 30 minutes? Or do you want to cut it here and start up next week?
I'm good.
Yep.
We can make it work.
You guys feel alright?
Yep.
Okay. Rachel?
I might run to the bathroom.
Yeah, totally. No, of course.
Yeah.
I just saw that
But yeah,
hesitation. I was like, yeah, if you want to end it, we'll end it. But it's
Yeah,
fine.
no.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Cool. The Colas is like, all right. I'm gonna stop drinking. You guys need anything else? We can all can try and walk us over there now.
Need help standing up straight.
Oh, I can stand up straight. He's like, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
You guys gotta finish your drinks, kind of grab the plate. Once you guys stand up and leave the table, your table's like instantly, like someone else has sat down. Like there's people like standing around trying to sit. Seems like there's a lot of activity in town, especially at this tavern as well. But you're kind of like walking out and well, tell everybody that you met Alphonsus here at the Champion's Folly. Still have a little bit of my days going, and it's just like kind of drooping muscles and but any friend of my buddy here, Carlos, and you like hear him say it wrong, is a buddy of mine. So all right, we gotta just let you guys go. All right, so you guys following Carlos, trying to contact Alana then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Looking for Inquisitors.
Yeah, then, so I guess she's in the fortress there. Should we just maybe talk to a guard? Not really sure how the protocols work here. Unless you have any other ideas? End up like a
No.
flare in the sky? I don't know, that'd be smart.
No.
I was joking. That's alright.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, alright, let's go. Oh ho! It just starts walking. And it takes, it takes a little bit as you're kind of on the outskirts, but 20-30 minutes now, and it's getting into the second half of the afternoon. I mean, the sun's still up, but it's beginning to go down. The clouds here have parted a bit. It's kind of a reprieve from the cloudiness that you had been in before. But as you're making your way through, you can see crowds of merchants, people with finer clothes, people that seem to have come from different areas. You got the red and golds of New Organia. You see blues and you don't see blues and greens, just in Carlos. You also see people dressed in yellow and silver. It seemed to resemble the same clothes that like Joarston was representing back in the day. And you also see a lot of people in browns and a lot of people wearing colors of browns and golds that you haven't seen before. But a few of them have the symbols of Trigo on there as a neighboring country. That being said, you guys make your way finally up to this fortress, and again, it's these tall, 60-foot, like castle-like stone walls that go around this large, I'd say about like 2 blocks of a city, and there's a large kind of like brick, kind of squared-off castle-looking fortress, but then a larger cave that goes in, and you see there's a tent nearby with a small militia kind of guard group. There's 2 guards that are standing there at this like gate that could be opened to allow like traffic in. And there's a, it seems like a cart had just gone in, and like there's a guy with like a clipboard that seems to be a little bit more higher status than the other guards that seems to be checking the most recent, you know, traffic coming in. Is anyone taking the lead, or are you guys letting Carlos?
Zach, you might want to talk. You're probably the least inebriated of the group right now.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know what that word means.
What you on right now?
Audition trotting? Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
So I will approach.
Cool. State your business.
We have business with a couple of the Inquisitors and Lady Alana.
Kind of like looking at your garbs, as none of you are wearing state sort of clothes or anything that signifies, you know, that you belong to a country or anything.
I will pull out those, like, the signet stuff that I had as a scribe back in the day when I was there. Actually part of the Inquisitors and with them.
Oh, my apologies. All right. May I have your name then and your status?
Zachary.
Zachary.
Scribe.
Last name?
What's my one? Caddis. That's the one that I go by back there. So
There. Cool. He starts looking through. Give me a persuasion check.
That will be 24.
My apologies. I don't have you on my list under any group of the Inquisitors that are signed in here. Who are you with? Associated?
Oh, Rydarius. Working with him.
Bardicdice. Oh, okay. It's kind of like goes back to another page. Again, I apologize. I don't see you on the certified list of attendants with Rydarius. You have a way of contacting him, maybe clearing this up? And
Strange.
Carlos
The
is gonna
paperwork
step in. He's
messed
like,
up?
I mean, I'm friends with Alana. I got a letter here. If you could just pass it along. And he's just like, all right. You just wait for a second. All right. Sorry. What was that again, Zachary?
Sorry, paperwork probably got messed up. This was a bit of a last minute thing that happened.
Sure. Again, I'm not trying to make things complicated. Just security's tight. Do you mind waiting here? I'll go track him down. We can clear this up.
Wonderful.
Okay. Sure. Just pull them off to the side. I'll be back. It seems, again, it seems with your persuasion check, he's not too aggressive with you or anything like that. It's just kind of a simple, alright, you're not elementals, I'm trying to do my job. You guys kind of wait a good 10-15 minutes. Are you guys doing anything else? Waiting?
Can I like be watching just kind of the camp in general and like seeing what's going on or what the mood is and things like that?
Especially around here. This seems to be more of the collection of just various guards and protected security of different realms. So you kind of got like the Trigo guards, and they don't seem very on edge. They seem pretty laid back, like some playing cards and around a fire. There are some from New Atare who are drinking off to the side. Again, they seem pretty laid back and not on edge. Any of the Gravna ones seem very like on duty. This is our job, like, you know, trained well. But besides that, I mean, you're kind of close to the gate where there's not much else going on besides that. So it just kind of depends on who you're looking at and stuff. But there's not much merchant traffic except for wagons that carts have split off that look like they're going in. While you guys are waiting there's even one that has like linens and stuff. He's on the list and he clears them to like go in like that. Anything else? guys attempt to
Not
come
at the
in?
moment, I don't think.
As you come back, or as the guard comes back, you do see Rydurius with him, with a little bit of a confused but smiling face. So Kahu and Zach, you both look similar, but just human, right? So it'd be like recognizable.
I would try to kind of separate myself from the group to see him if I can, and like wave over to him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it could be a little separated. I mean, it'd probably still be an eyesight to the rest of the group, if kind of what you're saying.
Just drawing attention to me,
Of course,
basically, and not to them.
Sure. Okay. The guard's kind of walking back up on Rydurius, and he's just kind of giving you all a little bit of an interesting look. Why don't the other three give me deception checks?
My best.
11.
12.
30-20.
Yes, he's given a very knowing look as he's walking, but seems to kind of take everything in stride. He goes, Zachary, of course. What's the problem here? Guard, what's going on? He says he's one of your scribes, but I apologize, he's not on the list. Like I told you before. Of course, Zachary. I, must have been a change. I didn't think you were coming here. Did you swap out with, Kavan?
It was last minute, like I was telling the guard here.
Easy enough. Yes, he's with me. You should, let him in. A lot of, last minute changes, of course, so you can clear everyone. Again, he's like looking at Carlos and the rest of you, and just they're with me. It's fine. It's like, sure. Again, my apologies. So Carvan's not coming, and he goes, he might be. I'm not sure about that one actually. I'm sorry for the confusion and the unorganization. Keep him on the list as well. But just go ahead and add Zachary. He's one of my scribes. Yeah, come on in. The guards kind of let you through and kind of start walking. And as you go through, again, there's a good 10 feet of like this thick wall with guards bastioned looking down with arrows at the ready. Very heavily fortified. But he kind of just, come on, it's all right. Well, let's get inside. We can chat and see how your travels went. As kind of walking. And as
We're
you kind
all in, right?
What'd you say?
Or is it just Zach?
Yeah,
is
no,
it just Zach
everybody.
that's going in?
No, he cleared
Oh,
everybody.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. And as you do, you can see this beautiful courtyard of kind of like a stone, graveled like walkways with a little bit of grass and a couple trees. There's a few housing on the right, and then a large kind of main castle that maybe seems like an official looking one. It's gated, but there's a series of 10 or 15 kind of different wooden kind of houses here. But he kind of pulls you in and continues walking to enough distance from the guards there, but kind of turns around before he gets too far. So he goes, right, so why don't you fill me in on your travels then? And what's going on?
Yes, there's one thing that I could help you maybe understand if you allow me.
Of course.
So I'm just gonna kind of like get into a spot that has a little more cover from people watching, and I will just reach out.
I'll use my large body to help block it out.
Nice.
And I'm going to cast Remove Curse on him.
Okay. What kind of components come with river?
It's verbal and somatic. That's it.
Okay.
And it's just touching the creature. So
give me sleight of hand. Let's see if he picks it up before cast it on him.
Sleight of hand.
Come
That
on.
is 20.
It's actually
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually really good. He's like, hey, what are you
else has
stop
he done?
And like he notices you're casting a spell, and he's like, stop it! And then he goes to grab your wrist, but you've already touched him, and the effect takes over. What's the It's just automatic, right? There's no roll on Remove Curse.
Nope, it just says removes all curses affecting one creature or object. And yeah.
Yeah, Zaki.
What was that?
Are you feeling okay now?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Any change?
No. What's that about? He's like still holding your wrist firmly, but he's giving you a bit of leeway, kind of because of past relationships.
Trying to help you.
With what? Explain yourself.
Just if anything was going on with you.
I've been watching him this whole time and see if there's any sort of shift
Give me insight checks.
or anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know this dude.
Uh,
Been at the school though, like forever.
30, 20.
Oh,
That's true.
I mean, you definitely know him. Both of you don't notice a change, though. He's looking at you and kind of it's just a reaction of like you're casting a spell on me without permission sort of thing, and he's like holding your hand still and you're like by your wrist, and then he lets go and looks around and he goes, apparently you've come across Lady Layetta then, am I right? And there's a bit of a smile to his face, but he's a lot more hushed than he was before.
What do you know?
That's why you're here. I need to know you're not up to something else before I bring you in further. Talk, I can bring you somewhere private, but...
I'm here in large part because I wanted to help you and Raylund.
Right. Lady Lexis, Temple Master, said something was up. You might have more information for me. Whatever you just attempted, I believe she's already done for me. And I understand your worry. What did you do to me?
I was trying to remove any sort of
Blockages with...
Yeah.
He lets go of your wrist. I appreciate the concern. It's already been lifted. Still haven't heard from Lady Layetta though. I'm worried about her. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna inside him now too.
I'll use your 20s.
You can use my roll too if you
Yeah,
want.
there was no change.
Right.
But there's a bit of recognition and calming down. Like, now that he understands Zachary's intention, seems like he's telling the truth. And he's also seeming like he's keeping on the hush of, like, making sure no one's around and overhearing this and kind of understanding the situation.
So I think that you have a lot of information that might be helpful right now so that you guys can be reunited. Because right now, trust is not strong.
I understand why they would. You guys aren't trying to tell people you're here, are you?
You mean like, yeah, no, not announcing your presence.
It's like pointing at your hat, Makai. As if he's like seeing right through the illusions that you guys have on. They're not the most ironclad, but it does seem functional. Were you looking for me? What else were you trying to do by coming in here? Lying about your status?
Wow. Also, I just want to get you down here.
Well.
I mean, it worked.
But I also want to talk to Alana. So.
Alright, I can arrange that. Alana's been made aware of what's happening. She's investigating all of this with us. Raylund's been cleared of this, but...
Do you know what happened to you?
Not fully. Whatever happened, we are investigating, I'm blanking right now. I literally just had it. his name? Valis. I mean, we are investigating Valis. What else he knows, or if he did this to us. Varys? I think I read that wrong. The head of the Inquisitor is Varys.
Yeah.
I think this is an old note. I think I changed it on the Inquisitor page. Varys.
I mean, Leda said that Varys did it to her.
And where is she? I've been trying to find her, but she's been told to being as a defector, traitor to the rest of them.
Is why she's hiding.
All right. Well, let's get out of the streets. It's not the best place to talk. I can arrange something with Alana, or if you like. Carlos is like, oh, yeah, I got a note. Yeah, but I guess that would work. I'm just gonna stay quiet. It's alright.
You did a good job, Carlos.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, when were you cleared?
What was it?
When, talking to Ryder,
Oh, right, okay.
Oh.
When did you get cleared?
Rydir's like kind of puts up his hand real quick as like a whole brigade of Gravnica guards, about 33 in count, starts marching past, and you guys are kind of staying quiet as the whole people come back. Hops and Dragons, thank you so much for the raid. You guys are amazing. We are
hey guys,
playing Fates United, our homebrew. So welcome all the new viewers and everybody. Thank you guys. You guys are wonderful. Rydirius, who is the head Inquisitor, as finally kind of the last few go by, and it's giving you a few looks, but you know, again, they see Rydirius and they don't just give you a second glance. But the marching goes off, and the 33, or this brigade of guards, actually goes further into the tunnel into Gravnica than it does. So, just recently, actually, we were heading to the Centaurium to see if anybody else was coming with us, and Iscarius joined us, but it's when the lady pulled us to the side and stopped whatever effect on our minds, you know, helped our memory regain.
It's both you and Raylun that helped.
Yes. Both Raylun and I are free of this. I appreciate it.
That's good. So this was after we left already, so it's pretty recent. Okay.
Twice, yeah.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. Again, the investigation's early, and we're just trying to piece together everything, but we can sit down with Alana if you'd like, and at least discuss our plans. I mean, I think you might be able to give us a lot more insight than we might.
Anais writes on her paper and hands it to him, and it says, we heard that you had something that controlled you at one point. Do you remember that?
A bit. I do. We were investigating the ancient halls, where the dwarves are, and we came upon a lower section that hadn't been previously found. And when we did, the many affinity symbols were there, and we came across a door that we couldn't pass. And when we went back to report it to Varys, he wanted to know directly from us. We traveled there, and the last thing I remember from that made it seem like we hadn't found anything. So whatever he found, he wants to keep from us.
Did anything change from what you remember, though? Like, there was one thing and then it changed to something else after
Nothing
Alexis
changed except for the fact that what I remembered was that we had never found this extra level of the temple that we hadn't found before.
You didn't remember that before, but now you do.
Perfect. So Varys, either protecting it or wants whatever inside without us knowing. I feel my duty to the Inquisitors and under Alana's direction to know why before we make any sort of accusations or moves. Varys could have good intentions, I don't know. Been loyal to him for a very long time.
Do you remember attacking? Do you remember attacking Lady Lietta?
I do. Why we want to find her. It wasn't under my own volition.
So does that tip your scales one way more than the other?
It does. That's why we want to figure out what's happening. We want to find Lyanna. Help her. Protect her. She's in danger if especially the Inquisitors are out there looking for her.
Sorry, can I insight him again?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been
Just as
screwed
he's
over
been
recently,
talking.
so I would...
20 again.
14!
Everything you get seems genuine, and he seems
20.
extremely guilted over having turned on a fellow Inquisitor, especially Lietta. You guys know that Lietta, Rejurius, and Raylund, who are all Inquisitors, were all really close. They were the top 3 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Anais writes, do you know what that thing was, though, that made you attack her? Are you worried that's going to happen again?
Of course. A bit. But, I have contacts. We'll try and find ways to prevent that from happening.
What was it?
I believe it was some sort of memory modification magic.
It made you think she was bad or something?
Yes. Whoever cast it would have the intended change of your perspective for that moment. Though it's not really known that Varys had this sort of magic, so I think that's what's concerning us. If he's apparently hiding or keeping secret abilities of his that we were previously not aware of.
Or he's tapped into corruption.
Potentially.
Well, we should probably speak to Alana as well.
Be wise. Guessing you guys are gonna be here for the funeral tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a place inside right across from the church. Church is under the mountain, but if you want to pay any respects tonight, we are guarding it.
You can get us in to see Carr?
Yeah, we're protecting him. We've had other representatives and people come to give their kind of private regards. I know you were all really close to him, having been representatives together.
Mm-hmm.
Zach will turn to Makai and just, do you want to do that first?
For Alana?
For Alana.
I don't know. If you think it's smarter to do that before, then sure.
Feel your pull of the affinity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do?
Nine signs this is clearly important to you. Let's just do it now while we have a chance.
Okay.
I'm
That's
ready. Let's do it.
smart. Alright.
We've gone so late, the prom is awakened. So,
Hello, girl.
Rogerius leads you in and pass down some more guards, again, clearing your names and adding you to lists. As you're coming down, the cave opens up to this grand cavern, to this beautiful cathedral that's built in underneath the mountain, kind of carved into the backside of it. Beautiful descriptions of the earth affinity and the different affinities, mainly the earth one, but the other ones around it as well. The tree of the ancient one in the middle. Raylund is standing there with another Inquisitor with a cherry blossom design on the card. He goes, I will give you guys a moment. Azamar, why don't you go see if Alana, Lady Alana is sorry, Queen Alana. It's so weird. Known her since she was little. Queen Alana is free for discussion. I'd like to meet with her tonight. Thank you. And Azamar walks off. Raylund kind of like this weird, like standing in the shadow, but not sort of thing. He seems like he's meant to be out of the sun and into the shadow of this paleness and red eyes looking at you.
Give him a nod.
Wave.
Kind of smiles. Right. Well, I'll be out here if you want to have a private moment. I do have to ask. You didn't do it, right? I believe you. I'm just saying, you're being framed, right? I don't have to be worried that you're going to do anything in there. Right.
Do I look like I'm going to do anything?
I believe you. I'm just saying. You did say the Chosens, you know, you're connected to it, that's all. Why
Do you think I'm capable of that?
Not Chosens? Oh. I don't believe you
Do you
all
think
would.
I am capable of that?
Well, very well.
It wasn't us.
Just had to be sure. Doing my job. I believe you. And he opens these large doors and that are really oak look and like stained glass. And you walk in and it's a T-shaped cathedral with hues and different statues of various leaders of Gravenik on the side. But at the front, there are two humans that look like obviously symbols of the Earth Chosen on them. And they have etched in stone the symbol on their forehead. Almost seem like revered old Chosens. But there's only two. And there actually seems to be like spaces in other areas where statues look like there's room for them, but nothing's been built there. And in the center, in a column of moonlight that seems to be kind of like gone up from a dome connected to the outside, is just kind of a pedestal holding a body that's on cover there in a coffin.
Zach's gonna take a second, just kind of walk over to Makai and quietly say, just remember that I'm with you and they're with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a point of bardic inspiration just in case.
Oh, thanks. All my
Right.
puns didn't.
I said I wasn't gonna bless you anymore, but bardic inspiration.
Is that a D6?
D6, yep.
Okay.
For the next 10 minutes, you have an opportunity to use that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And
A
Makai-
nice.
Go ahead. Real
I'm
quick,
sorry.
Makai, as you look at it, it's not the same room, but his body is laid out just like you saw it in your vision,
Mhm.
even though it's not the same. But
Oh, nice. Just signs. Is there any way we can help? Or do you just do your thing, Zach?
I think I want to go with Makai and see if we can sense what we sensed before, and I'll try to do what I can to help.
Maybe you two, just try to help focus in. I don't know. Okay.
Whatever it is, we'll do it together.
I'll try.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Just walk forward. Kind of the quiet stillness of this beautiful cathedral. The hallways on either side kind of darkened. There's candles lit around. But you walk your way up to the middle, and kind of on this raised pedestal is for a viewing display and ready for the actual funeral and everything tomorrow. You guys walk forward. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try to reach out like I did with that, like I have done before in the vision, and also with the kid who we had helped, the student.
I guess I'll just do what I can to help her. I don't know even what they were doing. I didn't get it. But
You have to put your hands in a special. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm gonna kind of like go and grab like his wrist or something and try to sense that feeling of what the other boy had, the other guy had.
Okay.
As well to
I'm
target that specifically when I do.
I'm gonna go to where like the top is, where his head is, and just kind of like focus in.
I don't know why
If
I
that
thought
works.
you were saying you're putting your chin on his head, and I was like, that's adorable. Weird, but adorable.
No.
Yeah, sure. No, you kind of go
Okay.
sit there and kind of feel yourself in the presence of the moonlight, kind of looking down and kind of covering his body, and as you both step into it. Zachary, you kind of reach out and touch, and why don't you both give me affinity checks?
Okay. Wait. What do I use Bardic Inspiration on?
anything.
This?
You can
Anything.
choose.
Basically anything.
You feel like you need it here, you can use it.
Hey, you can roll a dice.
Does
You need to use it or
affinity
not.
check have proficiency bonus, or is that just
Yeah.
your
No,
modifier?
it has your
It
efficiency.
does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Where's my proficiency?
It'd be like a wisdom check. So it'd
Yours is
be-
plus 3.
Oh, 3.
Proficiency.
So it's wisdom.
Actually,
Well, then it
no, I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
have
I'm
your
sorry. It does not have one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No proficiency?
That's my fault. No proficiency.
You're good.
Okay. 22.
21.
Nice.
As you both kind of reach out and feel your connection to each other and to these affinities grow stronger from the day and from the fight, and with your working together, you can sense all of the affinities and your presences around you in the stillness of this chapel. And you begin to reach out towards Carr. And there's that same sense of something has him that reminded you of the boy in Benali.
Yeah.
That
Kind of look to make high. You ready?
Yeah.
Take a breath, utter a little guidance prayer underneath my breath, Solus, saying, help me to help him out.
I will step forward and just put my hand like on their backs.
group
Yeah, you
prayer
have that
style.
wingspan.
And I'll grip his wrist a little tighter and close my eyes and cast Remove Curse.
Close your eyes and channel your energy, and you can see Zachary's staff glow. And the image from his symbol. This energy of flame, light, and warmth that kind of emanates in this room. I'll hit you best. And the flame comes down and hits Carr. You feel and see a small sense of glowing fades over his body. Meikai. You close your eyes and you now feel wind on your face. Hey there. Wonder when you'd come for me. You open your eyes and you're still in the cathedral, but it's filled with wisteria trees.
Hi.
I knew you were special. Maybe not this special. You are all in danger.
The city?
There are those in the darkness. And my brother. Deep, corrupted and in the void of corruptness. It held me trapped. All I wanted to get back to you and warn you. Hold you tight.
I saw your brother.
Not right. Not my brother.
No.
He just walks up and grabs your hand. Sorry, our time is cut.
I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't get to tell you.
Already knew. Waiting for your stubborn self to tell me. Glad that you're You saved me.
free now.
Whatever
Yeah.
you did. The darkness lifted and all I could think about was these trees, these stupid trees you always talked about.
I planted one for you.
I think it's the seed that helped me. Helped me tie to you and kept me here. I know you're strong enough, but I don't know what my brother's going to do.
Yeah. It doesn't seem right.
What are those things on your horns that you're wearing?
Why are they still here?
You were wearing them.
Uh,
And he just like goes up and plucks them off and he goes, "You're the best." Just takes you in, puts his hand under your chin and gives you a kiss.
Oh.
Well, Heart Slayer. Be at rest. Thanks to you. Your mission's not done.
Yeah.
And I can feel the darkness held me. I'm crawling and going across the land. It's deep in here in the mountains. And I could feel it. And there's more darkness out there that I know you all can have a chance to.
Yeah. Thank you for believing in me.
I always did. Well, first I believed that you could kill a prince, but we don't. I guess we won't talk about that part. Everything post noodles, I guess.
Yeah.
Stop being so worried. Down.
I was just so blaming myself for just not preventing this, and not just you, but so many others.
There is nothing. My brother wanted this against me. His hatred towards me. He's part of this group that's. I don't know what they want, but I can feel the hatred towards me.
Yeah.
Could have done nothing to prevent this. It's like you could have done nothing to prevent him dying. maybe you can help him too. I don't know how this works, but he looks over and kind of see in the moonlight a pathway that was there opens up just to white light.
Keep watching over me.
Yeah, I won't go far. Unless you kind of move on, and then I will stay away because that's going to perv you, so.
That's fair.
You know, you have a whole life to live.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shown me love. In a life that I never had.
I didn't think I deserved it.
Well, I think you do. Also, the purple looks good. Brings out your eyes.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go now.
Thank you.
Takes you in one more time, kisses the forehead. Close your eyes. Anything else you want to say?
I do love you, Car.
I know.
You can go.
Love you too. And with your eyes closed, your hands go through him. Open your eyes again and standing over his body. Over at Zachary. And Zachary's just kind of looking at you like, wait. Zachary, it's a second's gone by. Nothing's happened.
You think it worked? Not I think it did. Thank you.
Of course. He'll gently put his arm back down.
But we're not safe here in Gravnica. His brother's the one who did this to him. Working with whoever it is who planned this out. Think maybe we should tell Ilana.
Good news is all the business we really have could be concluded tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I already gotta say goodbye to him, so that's good.
Nice sense just now?
Yeah.
Sorry about the
I
stream.
got to see him. I got to see him and say bye.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm glad to hear that.
You reach and feel your affinity connection that's grown stronger. And you feel a presence out of your weapon. I feel like your wish is back.
Anybody else feel anything?
I have a feeling what
And we also look here like, no. What are you talking about? Why are you crying? It's been like a second. We're very confused.
I have a feeling what if you're feeling Makai is for you.
You actually feel it connected to the deeds, to the Wisteriums.
wants to do something really bad.
Say anything?
I don't know if it's going to work. I'm gonna look back down at Carr and reach out again. And see, I wish, Carr, that, if you want to come back here, I don't know how this works. I just wish that you could be alive again and healthy and serve your people like you wanted and keep helping us. But
The run-on sentences of wishes. That was everything.
she just kind of rambles, but she just kind of stops and tears are falling and we have a raid. Hi guys, this isn't normal.
All the guards that run in. No. As you end your wish, casting the wish spell, you feel the wish energy fade. And the moonlight that's covering the pedestal where Carr's body's at. Just silent. As he inhales. And that's where we'll end tonight's game. Fates United.
Yes.
So
We gotta clip Dee's face there. That was a good one.
I hate you, Mike.
hey, I'm
No, you
crying
don't.
too, so thank you so much for the raid and the gift shoves from Hops and Dragons. And I'm trying to find Rain City Realms. Emerald, thank you for the follow. You guys all came in for a beautiful moment as Makai, our chosen, who lost her love earlier in the game, was able to say goodbye, and then with a wish spell, after removing the curse with the help of Zachary. I guess Zach guy might be up for a while, but
Dang it!
Maybe the next
we
time
shipped
he
it so
dies.
hard, but you know what? I'll just kill Carr again. It's fine. But with a long drawn out silence, Carr inhales. And we'll pick that up next week. Thank you guys so much for joining. It's been a super fun session. I know we went super late, but you know, I can't have a saying farewell episode without giving Makai the chance to say farewell. But I love you guys all so much. It's been a super fun week. Absolutely mind blown with the support you guys have shown us tonight. I love bringing the story to life with you guys. I love just streaming here on Twitch. So that being said, if you're new here, my name is Bardicdice. We stream 3 times to get you triple threat throughout the week. We play D&D and support other content creators. We have artists here. As you can see, Rachel Pip 400 does all the official art on this game. D. Lee, the one crying with me, does all the official art on Wednesdays. So we do Wednesday Feywild, the Wild Behind the Witchlight campaign on 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. We do Fates United, our wonderful homebrew emotional game on Thursdays. And then tomorrow on Thursdays, I'll be back for the next 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. As we'll do a watch party here. If you have an Amazon Prime, you can watch along with us, or you can watch my reactions as I'm going to be geeking out. Also, on top of that, our sister channel, Marquee Gaming, we play on Sundays with Beacon's Aura, so that's coming back 3 p.m. Consider giving him a follow as well if someone can shout out Marquee Gaming. And if you're interested in just so many other content creators, D&D nerds, amazing people, and the most positive and loving and supportive community on Twitch, consider following our Discord that we share with Marquee Gaming. We have artists, cosplayers, we have just amazing people. We all lift each other up. We like to promote other Twitch streamers and like to just make a tavern for everyone to go to. That being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. I love all of you guys. We're gonna go ahead and send a raid as we ended this over to our friend Creepy Black Dude. who is
Yes.
playing. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I meant to look at it before, but he's a super good friend of the stream. And let's go ahead and send him all of our tears and
He's
hype.
super nice, yeah.
He's super, super nice.
He's
Definitely the
super
same
cool.
positivity as we have here. That being said, let's all show the love and respect that you show me, and that my heart has grown 3 times tonight from all the support. And let's send that Bardic Barrage over to Creepy Black Dude. We'll be back again tomorrow. Make sure if you want to watch along with The Legend of Vox Machina, they get your Amazon Prime membership, or if you want, you get a free trial of Amazon Prime if you haven't had Amazon Prime in the last year, so you can watch along with us for the rest of this month. Whew, I'm emotional noodle right now, but I appreciate everyone coming out for Carlos returning and Car returning. We got a lot of stuff happening. So, love you guys. Go spread the love. We'll see you next week.